What is going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller here, as we welcome you all to Being the Asylum. This will be episode 228. So yeah, it's been a while, and we're here. Here with me is going to be, for now, until someone else shows up, will be Jordan Williams and Joe Mega Red.
What
Yo,
up?
What is going on?
yes, we have Jordan here. He is the replacement for Jalen.
Oh, for once, he finally showed up on time to work. Oh, wow.
yeah. Your sick days have expired. Wow.
6 days. Wow. Well,
But yes, we are here. We are live.
yeah, we got something for y'all folks. Welcome to this episode. Now, I gotta say something about WWE 2K25. In fact, not just
Oh
the
boy.
game itself, but just the current video game itself. And I'm not just talking about wrestling obviously, but boy, are these games are making things when it comes to these controllers a lot more complicated when you're playing these games.
Haven't
Yeah.
gotten
I
used
can't
to controls.
basically I can't get used to it. I'm not into how they're doing this these the way how you do these I just can't, man. I don't know what to say.
Have you purchased the game yet, Robert?
Yeah, it's my brother's actually, but um uh I don't know, guys. What comes to today's I don't know how you guys do it, but me, I'm old school, so call me crazy and all, but yeah, I rather just watch these guys play video games. Let y'all just have at it, and I'll just observe.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't blame you, man. Truth be told, I haven't played the 2K game since 2K19. So
Oh wow.
haven't played 2K in a while. I have it, but I just haven't played in a while.
All right. But it's not bad though. The game itself, but I just can't do the controllers. You know, but yeah, and it's not wrong with the controller. I'm just saying, when you're playing, when you're trying to do some moves or you're trying to reverse something, we try it, or anything else. Like it's so complicated. I even had that problem with AEW, by the way, with their Fight Forever game, where I couldn't tell. I don't know what button I had to press. When it comes to facing who I'm supposed to be facing. With these different opponents.
Well,
It's
when I first played Fight Forever, I didn't know the controls, and I did that barbed wire death match
mhm.
type of match. I literally ran myself into the barbed wire and I exploded. I'm like, God, fucking shit.
damn.
Oh
I know,
wow.
I kid you not. I did the barbed wire death match on my first match I tried in that game, and I made my character run into the ropes, and I freaking exploded in the
Wow.
barbed wire.
Now I'll
Like,
say
geez.
this, but Fight Forever, even though the game could have been a lot better. I mean the graphics was great and all, and the basic controls there wasn't that as complicated as WWE games nowadays. Um, minus the whole thing where in AEW games where you're trying to see which point you want to face. It won't I can't. I don't know what button it is. I don't know I don't know how to do it. Basically, like I'm trying to face one of these opponents that and I'm in the ring with. And for a reason is even if I can lose that opponent, I can't even look at them. Like, what am I supposed to do here? How? Because they're gonna come after me. Like, how am I supposed to grab them on if I don't know which button to press? Just to target them. It was so I I don't know, but
Right bumper.
um
It's the right bumper to target.
the right bumper
Yeah.
and I was trying and let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, the Nintendo Switch. Obviously, I got. That's why I got the game. And even if I try to find out, on the guide or at least in the game itself, it still won't tell me. Like, fuck this. I don't care. I don't care anymore. These games nowadays, they don't tell you shit. They're fucking useless.
There's a tutorial. I bet you didn't even know that there was a tutorial in the game.
I know there is.
I think you have to. I think you have to go on the menu or not the menu. I forgot where you have to go for it, but there's a tutorial where you can click on it. Even after you do it, you can still do the tutorial again.
I know there is, but I'm just not into these games nowadays. I'm actually just stick with arcade and mobile at this point.
Oh, Grandpa! Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how the generation of these days does it. But it's so annoying. Oh, there we go. We got 2J here.
Oh boy.
Oh, look who it is.
Yeah.
My former tag team partner.
Yeah, you guys that showed out me. Wow. No warning, nothing. Just start showing out me.
He sent a message, and it says he saw it. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, we didn't really start much. We didn't really start much. We're talking about today's video games nowadays.
Oh, you talking about video game?
Yeah, I'm not into playing video games. Of this generation.
I'll give you my.
Well, you're old, so what do you expect?
Wow.
Yeah, call me all you want, but I rather stick with old school games as well. Because today's game nowadays is I don't know how you guys do. I don't know how your generation does it.
It was
back in my day, we only had like 6 pixels, 8 pixels. That's all we needed.
I mean, hey, it was easier on the PS3 and the Xbox 360, but now.
It
was. Yeah, actually, it was. Yeah.
I still think 2000s was like the best time of gaming. Like, PS2, PS3, GameCube, Wii, Xbox 360, DS and stuff, PSP. Like, it was just great, man. It was the life.
And I don't know if you guys play Raw 2 on Xbox 360 or was the Xbox? I can't remember if it was or not. But which console it was? I'm pretty sure it was Xbox. But
yeah, they was Xbox.
Even with Raw 2, when you're playing a ladder match, and I been playing ladder matches of that game, when you're trying to get to the belt.
Yeah, just give me a minute, Dan.
Yeah. Okay. So what comes to me reaching for the belt, and I'm pressing these buttons.
There you go, dude.
And it's taking me forever to get the belt and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm getting mad. And I'm like what the fuck? Like fuck! I'm pressing all these buttons. Like why am I not getting the belt off? One this ladder and playing this ladder match game. And then all of a sudden
man,
having an opponent.
Stupid fucking door. Jesus fuck.
Oh, you're right there, Omega.
What? Did everyone hear that?
Yes.
Oh shit! I thought I was muted the
entire. Were you arguing with your little brother or something?
No. I just said if you wanted some pizza. No, I was talking to him.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
I was talking to my older brother. To go because he's going to the store. I said, "All right, here's my car. Here's my money. Just give me an energy drink or whatever." Fuck! I didn't even. I thought I was muted. I didn't know everyone heard that. I didn't sound like I was arguing. I wasn't arguing. I was just talking to my brother.
Okay.
Shit.
Well, actually, after going to play one game, which probably I was playing with Pete Dunne.
Oh, you mean Butch?
Well, he's not pushing this. He's not pushing this game, but good. Thank God. But no.
Who'd you
Oh
beat
man.
He should have been.
or who'd you try to beat up? I should say.
Well, I did build this creative character I created
Wow.
a little bit. Uh,
Wow,
I like,
you created a character just to beat him up.
yeah, pretty much. But unfortunately that didn't last because
Did you
because I lost.
just you lost your own career? Wow.
Not
Yeah.
and I put a rematch and then I still lost.
How'd you lose? Well, you
I guess
just
I
kicked your
stuck.
ass the
I
entire
just I
match,
just
then?
stuck because I suck
So pretty much you kicked your ass the entire match and you got no offense whatsoever.
a little bit. I had a little bit of offense. It wasn't a complete squash, but because again,
Yeah.
well us the second
I thought you say you created I don't know somebody and I thought you were gonna say you created like the Young Bucks or something. You tried to beat them up.
yeah, never mind. Wild's dream, I will create them. Yeah, even if I want to, when it comes to beating them up,
I
not
mean, you
that
can-
matter because
I'm
that's too
surprised you didn't beat up Triple H, Robert.
Well, I probably lost anyways because again, these controllers, so complicated. What to press and what
And not only
and
that,
I'm-
and not
and
only
not
that, Triple H pulled a golden shovel on you. Even in the video game, he would pull the golden shovel.
and I thought I was supposed to tell you what button to press when to reverse. I mean, it did tell me at one point to reverse, but then when I was getting whipped to to on the outside, it didn't tell me to press. Like what the fuck?
I don't know. I
I
thought
don't-
you would beat up the Young Bucks just by downloading them on Community Creations or something.
well, I just started playing it since yesterday. I mean, I didn't play nothing earlier. I was just creating a
Yeah,
wrestler.
you know, what would be a fun idea. We should all go. We should go online together on 2K and see who's the worst one.
Oh God!
Obviously, it's Robert.
And by the way, I'm gonna show you guys who I created. Basically
Okay.
myself. So it's in the
Your
key
own
right
your own
now.
version.
With a mark.
What do you say?
Yeah, I'm a mark. Yeah, I'm a mark. Speaking of which, we're gonna go to a list of something about what comes, what it takes to be a mark.
Oh, was it from Vince Russo that made that shitty?
Yeah. You already know.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
Vince Russo made a list about how you be a mark.
Yep. You won't believe this, man. It is so ridiculous. This list that he created.
But I guess you're a fan of AEW. That's how you're marked, right?
Well, that's one of them.
That's one of them.
Well, we're gonna get to actually. Since we're celebrating this up right now.
The list of Russo. Drink it in, bro.
Oh
gosh.
God.
Well, you don't want to know something, bro. When I did the blank drug, bro, it was great. Oh God.
Oh, I think I
Hey,
found
bro.
it.
Blindfold matches in Steel Cage was awesome, bro.
Okay, yes, I found it.
Yeah, sure it was.
You know what was also great, bro? Having David Arquette win the WCW World Title, bro. Oh God.
So, guys, here's a list that Vince Russo, when it comes to, basically according to Vince Russo, claims that you are a mark.
Oh boy.
So here we go. You are a mark if you have convinced yourself that professional wrestling is real.
Well, I guess.
Well, hey, Vince Russo told that to Zoe Stark. What happened to her?
I mean, the action is scripted,
Well,
but
the action's real.
the injuries are real, very much real.
It's just, obviously storylines, obviously. It's predetermined. So.
Exactly. Yes. Which we're not done with that. We're not done with that one yet because when it comes to that predetermined, we're gonna get to more of that as well. What comes to being a mark, according to Mr.
Okay.
The next one, you are a mark if professional wrestling is the most important thing in your entire life.
Well,
I mean, it's part of my life.
I mean, for some people, they pro wrestling saved them.
Yeah, That's true.
Yeah.
Like Darby
Look at the
Allin.
Usos, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usos.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu.
MVP.
Hell. Yeah, MVP, exactly. Yeah. Good,
I
good
think
example there.
R-Truth was one of them.
R-Truth, yes.
Booker T.
Booker T, that's right.
Yeah, because he used to be a criminal. Everyone remembers that.
And hell, if Dino Bravo was still in the business, even if if they had no interest in him wrestling anymore, he could have been like an agent, whatever, for the with the company. He still would be around right now.
Hey, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, even Jake Roberts.
He said a long time ago, if it wasn't for pro wrestling, he probably would have committed suicide a very long time ago, and we wouldn't have got to know him as a pro wrestler.
Especially the lifestyle. I mean the professional. I mean personal life. I was trying to say personal life that he went through with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah.
But yeah. And by the way, the reason I was yelling like that because some words he put here is capital.
Well, hey, I gotta use punctuation, bro.
Yes, I guess. Oh man. All right, here's next one. You are a mark if
Hello?
you own a lot of black T-shirts with pit stains. Yeah, coming from shit stain. What comes to things shit like that.
Wait, what?
Basically, if you own a T-shirt, a black T-shirt with pit stains. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. I mean, maybe some such you could see pit stains, but if you're talking about white T-shirts, then yeah, you can clearly see pit stains.
Yeah, I'm literally wearing a black shirt right now. I mean, I took a shower, so is that the next one? You don't take showers, bro. Is that one?
Unbelievable.
I mean, the pit stains come from deodorant, so
yeah, that too. Like I guess Vince Russo, shit stains for brain here.
You guys never heard of deodorant? Well,
yeah. You know, we're just a bunch of smarks. So
yeah. I bet you don't even own. I bet you don't even own shampoo, Smart.
Oh man. All right, so then we get to another one. You are a mark if you don't just want to go to a wrestling show, but you want to be a part of it. Well, here's a good example of it. The dipshit crowds from NXT.
Oh wow! You just had to bring it up. Oh, Zoe, you still never got over there.
Oh man. Not just them, obviously.
That's what broke them, y'all.
Not just them, obviously, but other marks as well. Those marks that all go to every event that says what.
Well, yeah, I believe. Okay, that I actually agree with.
Windfall.
Because those fans could be very fucking annoying.
Or the ones you see in every show.
Yeah, I remember when anytime the announcers say one fall and they one fall. You don't really hear that nowadays.
Not nowadays anymore.
Yeah, not really.
I actually miss those counts. Those counts.
Yeah.
I remember the 10. You remember the 10, whenever the referee would count and it would chant 10 every time.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I do remember. That was when Ty Dillinger was over. AKA Sean.
Yeah, he was hella over during that time.
And then those crowds will chant, "We want tables."
Oh, they do that for every fucking show nowadays.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, we want tables.
Oh hell, they do that for every damn match that involves a no DQ stipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anytime there's no DQ, you already know we want tables. And Robert's like, You need to wait. Wait.
Yeah, because
Like,
you see them
have you
trying to
guys
tell
even
stories.
noticed, like, even in ladder matches, they still chant "We want tables"?
Yeah, even that too, and dog
Yeah,
collar
like
matches.
yeah.
Strap
Yeah,
match.
yeah.
Actually, as a matter of fact, when Punk and McIntyre had that strap match last year, they were even chanting "We want tables" in that match.
And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they'll chant it. I'm pretty sure they'll chant it in Hell in a Cell match too that they had.
Yeah, I think it was table spot too. Anyway, so
And here's another example: the Iron Man match that Josh Alexander and Nick Nemeth had last year. The Iron Man match they had was for the world title, which it was when Nick Nemeth was the champion, and they were chanting "We want tables."
Oh God.
But anyways, so Ms. Russo is half right about
he's
what comes
half
to
right.
that, but yeah, but when it comes to going to a wrestling show, no, yeah, but he did make sure to put, but you want to be a part of it, so which there are a lot of those fans that want to be part of it, but anyways. So another one here. You are a mark if here you go.
Oh God.
You sing along with wrestlers' theme songs at the top of your lungs.
I mean, hey, some of the theme songs are bangers. Now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're one of those dumbasses that are standing up and yeeting for 20 minutes, then yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I have no problem with those fans. Pat McAfee though, I have a problem with.
Oh, don't even get me started.
He's a favorite. Come on, Jordan. He's a
you,
favorite, though.
you already know. But here's the thing with Vince Russo. They've been doing it since the '90s with the Sandman.
Yeah.
I guess now it's becoming more of a problem because something like a Cody Rhodes theme, CM Punk theme, which they have on Raw.
Cope, Adam Copeland, whatever you want to call him.
Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch's, Sami Zayn, and for a while for Chris Jericho.
Randy Orton nowadays.
Oh yeah, Randy Orton.
Oh, here's another one when he had Tarzan boy, Jack Off Perry.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good song. I like it. So
Even with Sting.
Talking about those songs?
Yeah, even with Sting,
Yeah.
Seek and Destroy. Crowd sing along that one, for once in a blue.
Oh, remember Bobby Roode's theme song in NXT? Glorious.
Glorious. I won't give in. Or Shinsuke Nakamura's or Sami Zayn's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Or here's an old one, Fandango.
Even crowds that sang along with his man's theme, No Chance in Hell.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just true. He does have no chance in hell, but
Yes.
Well,
man.
he does have a chance of going to hell, after all the shit that he's done.
For everything he's done. So we get to another one. You are a mark if Dave Meltzer is your God.
I guess I'll kind of agree to that.
I mean, I don't think anybody sees Dave Meltzer as their God, but there are some people that take his words as gospel.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Dave Meltzer, where the hell did that come from?
well, Russo and Meltzer don't like each other, so.
Oh man. Well, they're both in the right, I guess, in a way.
I can care less for either one, so fuck them both for all I care.
Yeah. But if you are a mark if horse rate in fake wrestling matches is important to you.
I mean,
I wouldn't say
it's not all about work rate, but work rate is also important.
Yeah, it's appreciated. I'm not saying like work rate is like everything, like like work rate over storytelling or anything. I'm not saying that, but I mean, but work rate's appreciated. I appreciate it.
But this is what we're talking about here. You want to know what work rate is in the ring if it bit him in the ass.
Hey, bro. Hey. I mean, look what I did with the cruise race, bro. I appreciate work rate, bro. I made it better, bro.
Now, was that your idea?
Yeah, it was all my idea, bro.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just like your Montreal Screwjob was your idea, bro.
Yeah, it was, bro. See.
All right. We get to another one here. Your mark if you hate any form of entertainment in your wrestling.
What?
Well, wait.
Any form of entertainment you hate.
Wait, what does that mean though? Like,
basically, like while a match is going on, you have the heel being an asshole to the crowd, or you have a face playing up to the crowd, or you have outside shenanigans from people running in, interrupting the match. Pretty much stuff like that.
So basically, wrestling 101, basically, like almost every match, like ever, like like what?
Yeah, like you hate those things. You just want pure wrestling.
Yeah, I hate this, man. I'm sick of the shenanigans. I'm sick of like the heel being a heel and the face being a face. Yeah, I just want just good old wrestling, bro. I just want just flips and kicks, chops and stuff. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yep, 5-star banger. That's what you
want. Yeah. Enough of this sports entertainment stuff. Like, I mean, a heel playing, being a heel. I mean, a face being a face. Like, what is this? like come on.
and come from a guy at one point, had booked almost every match on Raw at one point to end in the DQ.
Oh yeah, I remember. I heard about that.
Lazy booking.
It is lazy booking. Oh man,
lazy booking.
Yeah, that's it. Lazy booking.
He booked like every match on Raw to end in DQ. Yes, I remember.
Like, and his response was, and this is from Jim Cornette, by the way. His response was, DQ, SMEQ, nobody cares. It's just wrestling.
Oh, Jesus.
What?
wait. What did he say? What was next?
DQ, SMEQ, who cares? Just wrestling. That's what Vince Russo said.
Oh, wow.
It's important. It's important, jackass.
Oh my god.
Yeah, guys, you know what? I'm still feeling revenge. I'm just gonna have every match end in a DQ. Wouldn't you guys love that?
Oh man. So you are a mark if you orgasm over Japanese wrestling.
Why are you thinking about people?
Oh god. This stuff. Oh my god, this is so like 2010s, like, I remember hearing people like, the anti-smarts like talking about, oh my god, you smarts like, Japanese wrestling so much. Oh my god. Like, that's just reminding me of that. Like, I haven't heard that in like years.
Oh, you guys beat off to Kenny Omega. Why are you thinking about me beating off to Kenny Omega? The fuck?
Yeah, I remember that, bro. It's ridiculous.
Oh my god. I mean, this was also an orgasm on Japanese wrestling.
Maybe Meltzer. That's probably who he's referring to with that.
Probably,
yeah, maybe him.
Yeah.
I mean, he does give a lot of like 7-star matches, so I guess he's referring to him.
Yeah, but this insult is so 2016 to 2020. The fuck?
Yeah, it's like so outdated. Like, I mean, like you don't really hear that like a lot like nowadays. So like that's why I said like that's like so 2010s. Like,
Unbelievable.
All right, what's the next one?
But Mark.
The last time I heard anything about that was back when AEW was first becoming a thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
And then when they do Forbidden Door.
yeah.
But then again, every month, but then again, every month it feels like it's Forbidden Door.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's not really that special.
Oh,
But
man.
continue.
But you are a mark if, and this is what really got me here a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
god.
You are obsessed. I mean, you are opposed to seeing attractive women in wrestling.
What?
I mean, attractive. That beauty is subjective.
Exactly, Jalen. Exactly.
What?
What?
Oh man. Oh, wait, go ahead, Jordan. What are you gonna say?
I mean, look, Vince, look, Russo. Beauty is subjective. So what you find attractive, I might not find attractive, and vice versa. But the fact that you're talking about, oh, you find attractive women, bro, stop projecting your fantasy. Okay, we know you want big, sweaty, oiled up ass dudes in there wrestling in a goddamn pudding match. Okay, but stop projecting that bullshit onto other people.
Yeah, because I totally don't want to see Alexa Bliss or freaking Michin or Chelsea Green or Rhea Ripley in my TV screen. I don't want to see that. Nope. Nah. Like
The
what?
same guy
Like,
who was fascinated of China when she first came in,
yeah.
He's a mark.
and has been booking a woman to be doing some skanky storylines from the Attitude Era, from WCW and TNA.
If I remember correctly, If I remember correctly, wasn't he one who wanted sable and cotton panties all the damn time?
Him, Dunn, McMahon,
Well, I mean,
whoever else was involved.
Well, I mean, is it really surprised that Vince and Beavertooth were into that stuff? Exactly.
Hell, I Harvey Pritchard was
Come on, bro.
involved too.
Like, come on, bro. You tell me you don't like Brian Payne matches, bro? Come on, bro.
I mean, I did enjoy those probably.
I mean,
see, got him.
I mean, I get it. You have to, provide fan service, but Russo, like you tend to go overboard at that point, and it's like at that point, bro, just watch porn or something.
And on top of that, he's watched Jerry Springer's when they've been doing that constantly with attractive women's.
Oh yeah, I mean I think that's where he got his inspiration was Jerry Springer.
Exactly. Which he admit, by the way.
Yeah, because that was during the time where television was getting more edgy. So,
which is why he came up with the concept of Crash TV.
Yeah, Crash TV because it was hard to fucking watch.
I forgot all about that Crash TV.
But
did he make something else like Sports Entertainment Extreme or something like that? Was that?
I don't remember. I gotta look back at that.
I don't remember. I could have sworn. Yeah. I think it was Vince, right? Vince Russo.
Probably was.
Yeah. But go ahead.
But you are a mark if you walk around the arena with a championship belt over your shoulder.
Wow, so I can't bring it. So wow, I can't bring a championship to a wrestling show. Like what? Bro, that's like saying you can't bring a basketball jersey in a basketball game. What?
Pretty much.
Yeah, Jalen, that's very smarky. How dare you wear a LeBron James jersey to a Lakers game? That's
like wow.
Jordan, how dare you wear that Saints jersey when you go to the Saints football games, man? How dare
you? Exactly. Yeah. How dare you, bro?
You're just a Saints mark. That's all you are.
Yep.
Like that don't make no sense because I've heard that criticism. Like I don't get that. Like, why can't I bring a championship to a wrestling show? Like,
plus, if I do, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Exactly.
He's gonna clear Mark. That's why.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna send me to Mark jail.
That's gonna hurt my feelings. Wow.
Bobby, we'll get to that
Bro.
part. By the way, when it comes to a Mark reference.
All right.
Oh man, but you are a Mark if you rent space free of charge in your mother's basement. Your
Oh
mom's
my
making
god,
worse. You know.
the mother's basement, dude. That is so again. That is the most like
I'm gonna
overused like
stop you right
insult.
there, Russo. Saying mother's basement jokes in 2025 is like wearing a fucking Nickelback t-shirt.
Oh wow.
Dang. Look at his photograph.
What's wrong with Nickelback?
I mean, I don't have a problem with that.
Nothing's wrong with Nickelback, but goddamn, I remember everybody was a Nickelback fan, and now it seems like there are hardly any Nickelback fans.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure the haters are happy with that. Either that, or maybe they're not happy with that. They can't hate anything else now. They don't know what to do with themselves now.
Nope.
Oh man.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yes. All right. But you are a Mark if you are part of a tribal that loves one wrestling brand and hates the other wrestling brand.
That I can agree with. I don't like the whole tribalism.
I agree with that.
I can agree with that.
Because I mean, I like AEW, I like WWE, I like TNA. So, you know,
Really?
I
I thought you only like WWE.
Wow. No, I watch more than one thing. I watch TNA and I watch AEW. So it's not just WWE.
There's even other clips I watch, that has nothing to do with in those promotions as well. Because which is why they call the indie scenes.
Oh, come on, guys! Don't you guys watch GCW? No.
And especially after having Sabu at that match. Oh, which probably I'm gonna get to that later, by the way.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Which probably I think is ridiculous that they're being saying that that they killed Sabu, which is not the case. I
do believe they're irresponsible.
But I do hold them responsible for having him be out there, based on things I heard. We'll get to that later. Oh man, so you are a Mark if you hate Vince Russo, and I'm a proud hater of Vince Russo.
Oh my god!
So if I'm a Mark, then by God, I'm a Mark. Jim Cornette's a Mark, and whoever else that hates Vince Russo are Mark too.
Wow, the ego, the ego.
The ego. This guy.
Bro, you're just a Mark if you hate me, bro.
Oh my god!
You know what? Hey, Tokyo. Since you hate me, you're a Mark. There you go. You're a Mark.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wow. I mean, I should be surprised. I should not be surprised with that. So I should be surprised with that.
Me and Cornette are a proud hater of Vince Russo.
Oh yeah, Jim Cornette. Oh boy, man.
Oh man. What's up, Skills One?
I guess I'm a Mark too, since I dislike him too. Yep.
I mean, who doesn't dislike Vince Russo? Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't dislike him, Mark.
Unless you Josh Coastman.
Well, you like him?
Oh, that cocksucker.
Or
dang.
Or
I mean, EC3. Well, EC3 is part of a show, I think. So, yeah.
That's whatever.
Who cares?
Oh man, but which I agree with Jordan, by the way, when it comes to John Coastman. So there you go.
I agree too. Fuck him.
All right, we go. You are a Mark if you are offended if anyone refers to you as a Mark.
Wow.
Oh wow, guys! I have my feelings hurt so much, man. I'm so offended.
It's like, bro, like no one gets offended, like no one gets offended by being called a Mark or a Smark or anything. Like, I mean, does anyone even like say like Mark or Smarks or anything like that, bro, anymore?
I mean,
like,
well, people still say Marks, not Smarks.
Well, probably Mark, but not Smarks
you get a few people every now and then, but not like how it was like 5, 6, 7 years ago. Like,
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly. Like if
Oh
someone
my
like,
God.
I mean, if someone called me
I mean-
Mark or Smart, I'd be like, okay, whatever. Like, just gonna ignore it.
Yeah.
I know people still say Marks. So,
Yeah.
like for example, Robert calls Pat McAfee a Mark when he does the whole.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, he does. Yeah.
Cause he is.
Or
Wow.
the one we all agree with, Sockface being a Mark too.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh
He
yeah.
is.
He's the ultimate smart, obviously.
He's ultimate smart.
Well, I didn't say Smart. I said Mark, but I guess that works too.
Oh. Picture.
Oh man.
Or I guess you could say Tony Khan and Triple H are Marks too. I guess you could say that too.
Oh yeah. Especially
Yeah,
especially triple Mark.
No. Wow.
But
Especially the whole Triple H
Triple
statue
H.
thing. Especially the whole
but-
Triple H wax statue. If you guys remember that from the Hall of
oh
Fame.
my God. Yes.
Yeah. What a mark. What an ego. Of course. He have a statue of himself. Wow.
No, guys, I think it's time for Triple H to win the TNA championship. Oh God.
Oh my God. Wait, wow.
Yeah. One pay with Joe Hendry. That's it. He's done.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? I was against it, but I actually wouldn't mind that.
Oh, wow. Bro, you're hate for Joe Hendry, bro. Wow.
Oh my God. Oh, speaking of Triple H and Tony Khan, you are a Mark if you honestly believe Triple H or Tony Khan are true bookers of the year.
Well, I mean, it depends on like what year you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Depends, I guess.
I mean, I would say
No,
last year. Like,
I'm not going to blindly say one of them's Booker of the Year, just automatically.
not automatically, but like, I think like from last year, like 2024, I would say Triple H was,
And so far in 2025, I would say neither one of them so far. So.
Yeah.
It'll be more.
Well, we still got a year. We still got a year, Spark. We still got more months.
Yeah, we do. But so far as 2025 progresses, so far none of them. From what we got.
They turned their back on us.
maybe Shawn Michaels.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Obviously, like you said, he's not good on weekly shows, but he's definitely good on pay-per-views.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Because it's kind of like AEW, kind of. Sometimes the weekly shows ain't really all that great, but the pay-per-views, the PLEs, they be really good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the next one?
Oh, you're gonna love this one. Because I guess I'm including this one because this one you are a Mark if you cried when Cody Rhodes finished his story and beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania.
Well, you kind of are. So.
And I'm wearing the Cody Rhodes shirt right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's talking about you, Dylan. Just so you know.
Wow.
You know who else was a Mark on that night? Samantha Irvin.
Yeah. I guess he's called her Mark too.
Yeah, yep.
Or
she's a Mark too.
Or Michelle Rubio, Cody Rhodes' mom. So
Yeah.
Mama Rhodes. Yeah, I guess she's a Mark.
Mama Rose is a Mark as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Brandy's apparently a smart too.
Yeah, just any fan that followed his journey and love the fairy tale ending. Yeah, you're a Mark if you cried. You're a Mark. Wow. I wonder what he feels about the Kofi Kingston, Kofi Mania one, Kofi one.
Wow.
Yeah,
of all people he targeted, it was Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
I mean, he's an easy target. So.
Yeah, because he's the top guy now. So of course.
No, he just sucks.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Oh man. And it's last one here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Last one here is you are a Mark if you make every excuse in the book when your brand's rating is down for the week.
Wow.
Well,
We
for one, that's clearly a shot at AEW. First off,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't really care much about the ratings, so I don't really talk about it.
does it really mean anything anymore if cable TV is just dying in general?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's more on streaming services nowadays. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be
I mean,
honest here. Does ratings really mean a shit anymore if literally cable TV is literally dying, like slowly dying?
It's slowing
Oh,
down.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like not even my uncle. Like my uncle's had DirecTV for like years, and then last year he got rid of it. He just does, streaming. He'll use YouTube TV basically. So yeah, because I mean, cable TV nowadays is really expensive. People just figured, let's just go to let's streaming services on like $9.99.
Oh,
something like
God.
that. You remember that? The $9.99.
Oh, so crazy.
Who remembers that, bro? Oh man, that's hilarious. But
I remember they had wrestlers, keep promoting as they're doing promos.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, with the Usos. I remember the Usos when they did it.
The Usos,
Just $9.99.
Ambrose, Cena.
Yeah.
Cena was ridiculous, by the way.
I forget what. I mean, I'm sure Cena did it, but I forgot how he did it. I gotta look back at it.
Basically, what one of the most I guess convincing thing to get the network was say Cena was saying if you haven't got the W network, which is $9.99, go.
Oh wow, really? That's what he said.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds very convincing, Cena. For us to subscribe to the network.
And that's another reason why Robert hates us. Like, see,
and that was one of the time I was just annoyed. I didn't get to hate him again until 2015. That was in 2014, by the way, when he was saying that. Because that was 2014, he was saying that. Because I was like, I'm not that big on Cena, but but I didn't hate him like I did back in 2008.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, that's where it started for you, but then you kind of calmed it down until 2015.
Until 2015, yeah.
and then ever since, it's like, nope, it's official. I hate him. I hate him.
Yeah, I like that's it. I hate him.
If I go to this Hall of Fame, I'm gonna be booing. but all right.
When he goes to the Hall of Fame, I'm gonna take a good old nap. That's what I'm gonna do.
Wow.
Well, based on the time they do it, you probably will fall asleep.
Well, yeah. If they pull what they did this year, so.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but all right. So that was it for the list.
But there you go. That was everything about the list of Russo's shitty list there of you being a mark.
That was ridiculous, man.
The list.
Go ahead.
The list of Russo. Read it in, man.
Read it in, bro.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you
go. Yeah.
Well,
that was
there's a reason why Cornette calls him shit stain. So there you go.
There's a good example there. And by the way, Cornette did go to he and Brian Last went to that, by the way. And it was funny.
I've watched TNA and seeing Ryan Nemeth as tag team champion with his brother is a disgrace. And I mean,
I agree.
I already know Robert hates it. So I mean, I feel like that's probably the only championship you can really get, since the whole controversy thing, and plus Nick Nemeth's a champion and people like Nick Nemeth more. So that's pretty much what they're doing with Ryan Nemeth and TNA.
He deserves more. Oh God.
No,
oh boy.
But anyways,
who cares about Ryan Nemeth? Fuck him.
Yeah, exactly.
I do. Well.
Now I'm gonna go through Tony Ellis here when it comes to Dark Side of the Ring. Which is not really much of any dark sides of what comes to Tony Ellis. It's more of a calm down thing of Dark Side of the Ring. When it comes to it. But basically, basically, I think that they mentioned stuff about him, thrown as a bodybuilder, which if you see how he look, obviously why he ends up being in the wrestling business. Because during that time it was all about big men, with muscles.
Yeah, it's all about the big beefy men.
That's yep.
Big
And
sweaty dudes.
big sweaty dude.
With attitudes.
But yeah, between Alice, ended up being big during those times, and he also been in WWF and been a tag team with Rocky Johnson. And during those times, those two did not like each other, even though they were paired to be a team. They were not fond of each other. But they still being professional about it, being a tag team and all, and being at one point tag team champions. And then that ended. And who else was gone for wrestling after that? For WWF, I should say. They went other places. One point he was homeless, but still went to wrestling shows, whatever. Until he met someone at one, when he was sleeping on the bench. A woman who he's now married to still to this day, and he's taking more care for now because right now she's in a wheelchair because she had some type of stroke, whatever. But he has to come back to the business now. Him or like before after he met this woman, but because again he was homeless and everything, sleeping on benches, whatever. Didn't want to be bothered. Basically, he want everything to come to an end of his life. Because I guess he was not doing well in wrestling and all, and obviously been to other promotions like WCW and UWF and also in the other territories as well. And we went to the F. I can't remember it's like like in the early 90s or like in like in I'm pretty sure it was someone from the early 90s, but either way, he came in with a new name that this man gave him, which was funny by the way, because his I think his name was Samba. I think it was his name. Basically, some gimmick that he was doing, like he came from the jungle, whatever. He looked like he was from the jungle in the way. And Piper, on commentary saying that's Tony Atlas. But another thing they mentioned here on Dr. Ring was he had a fetish of buying women's shoes just for them to step on him.
Wait, who had this fetish?
Tony Atlas, yeah. Yeah,
Tony
yes,
Atlas.
Oh,
Yeah, yes.
yeah. Well. That's right.
Yeah, he's into that. He's into that step on me, mommy thing. That's what he's into.
Yes.
Yeah, I know about that.
Oh my god. And that's pretty much it. And obviously, he went to WWE again, as a manager for Mark Henry, who at that time he was a Hall of Famer already. So
Yeah, I remember he was with him for a little bit in ECW during that time.
mm-hmm.
Not only that, he was also with Abraham Washington.
That's right. And he was told he'll get a job for life for the company by Vince. And would you know, they released him.
Lying bastard.
Oh man, this man didn't keep his word, doesn't keep his promise. Oh wow,
What
I'm
a
shocked.
surprise.
Oh man. Now obviously I didn't do no justice on the talking about this episode, but again, if anyone's interested about Mr. USA Tony Atlas comes to his dark side of the ring, you can take a look at it and see what we had to think about it. So,
Man, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know who's worse. Actually, I was gonna say I don't know who's worse between him and Dan Schneider, but at least Tony Atlas, he kept it in the realm of he was obsessed with
Adults.
grown women foot fetish.
mhm.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's actually with adults, not like Dan Schneider was everybody, and I mean
Yeah.
like everybody.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's not as weird. And hey, I mean for Tony Atlas, that's what he's into. That's what he's into.
Yeah.
As long as it's legal.
Yeah.
As long as it's legal, I don't care. It's whatever. As long as you ain't pulling no Dan Schneider, that's all I care about. Don't pull Dan Schneider, and then you good. You good. So yeah.
But yeah. Now another episode that was talked about, which I'll talk about only two more, and then we'll talk about the other ones another time. The other one was on superstar Billy Graham, who was way ahead of way uh, ahead of our generation, where he could have been a big star during the golden eras of WWF, but was over during the time where after I believe he was the one who ended the second reign of Bruno Sammartino's championship reign as WWF champion, which at the time was called Worldwide Wrestling Federation, which was still at that time with Mr. McMahon, not Vince Kennedy McMahon, Vince Senior. So the idea for Billy Graham to be the champion was that, which was mentioned here, for Superstar Billy Graham to be the champion here is that he's going to hold on to it to they drop it to Bob Backlund, who had been up at the time to be the next babyface guy to be the champion, like Bruno Sammartino was, and that was going to be the plan for for Billy Graham to hold on to that title for I think for like a year or whatever, something like that. Till he ends up dropping it, but which he claims and Rose also claims, which it would be that was a big mistake because Billy Graham, who was a heel, well he was a blockbuster box office, I should say, box office um um attraction when it comes to pro wrestling because of how he looked. Basically when it comes to the hair, um and the tie dyes shirt he wears, and just everything he looked. He looked like a superstar in a way, which is why he was called Superstar. And people liked those type of characters. He was a very good promo. He was a very good talker. Knew how to wrestle, and he was their champion, who was only supposed to be portrayed as a heel. But even though he still got booed, but people there was still people that enjoy his work and what he did, and they appreciate what he's done. So they were doing great for business wise, and they want and but business seniors still wanted still wanted to to go with the plan. Want to be champion for until it was time for Bob Backlund to finally be the one to beat Billy Graham for the title, and he did. And from there, Billy Graham was not the same after that. Billy Graham was gone after that. People thought he was dead. Even Grandma Soon thought he was dead. He wrote some kind of article, I think it was, or whatever they said it was at the time that Billy Graham has passed, whatever. And I think Billy Graham may have responded to some of that, like that's news to me, whatever. Something I can't remember how it was, but obviously he was alive and well. but he came back and he was obviously he didn't have the hair no more. He shaved it. Came back, with a new gimmick. Being a crying man, whatever. That was not basically he was a former shell of what he once was. He has to be on commentary. Never heard much of his commentary, but of what I know of his commentary is that it did not gel well as he was when it comes to being a great promo. He was not. I guess he was not. A very good commentator at the time. But again, the only time I heard his commentary was SummerSlam of '88, and that was it. Which I didn't think that was that bad, but I guess when it comes to I guess he was doing commentary. I guess I guess it just wasn't working out. So, but he's still wrestled for a while, and that. But at that, he was done. Basically, was done with wrestling. Because again, he felt like he felt like he was doing great things for the business, as champion, and he was right. But Vince Senior stuck to his gun and went with Bob Backlund instead. So the Superstar Battleground people once known was gone a long time ago after he lost to Bob Backlund. And he had some health later on where he was close to death deathbed. But he has to overcome it. He kept as we hear stories, he kept overcoming them until finally he didn't, unfortunately. Which I think it was last year, right, that he died. Let me see.
Who you talking about?
Superstar Billy Graham.
Superstar Billy Graham.
And okay, one moment. Let me see.
I just gotta say he was so much of a superstar that Hulk Hogan stole his gimmick.
Yep. No, I'm sorry. 2023 is when he passed. Yeah, I can't remember now. It was 2023. It was 2023. It was when he unfortunately passed away. At the age of 79. But not only Hogan copy Billy Graham when it comes to of his looks, with the hair, or the point for his pythons, whatever. And even when Hogan started doing his tights, to be like like how Billy Graham had his tights like that too, but but it was not red and yellow like Hogan was. Even when it comes to Hogan being in NWO black and white, but even Scott Steiner has had some elements of Billy Graham in there as well. When it comes to not only again when it comes to the physique, but also the goatee. But yeah, but those other things too when it comes to Billy Graham. Which not much was cover of it on Doctor Ring, um, but I think one was which it was the whole thing with the whole thing of the steroids scandals at the time. And then talk about Pat Patterson, what comes to the Ring Boy scandal. Yeah, and even this wasn't even mentioned. Even his issue with Chris Jericho, who was narrating Dark Side Ring, what comes to Billy Graham. But and also at one point, I'm pretty sure everyone remember that he suggested that Kofi Kingston took steroids. At the time when he was the whole Kofi Mania run.
Yeah,
And
he did that for Adam Cole too.
And Adam Cole. Oh man. But yeah, that's nothing too. Billy Graham, because he was on those things, that did took control of his body later on. Yeah, It really did damage them. But that was the lifestyle he lived by. But again, so there you go. Again, like what Tony Addis, I didn't, I don't think I did much justice. I'll mention this as all of all with Billy Graham, but which is why you could, if anyone are interested when it comes to Billy Graham, and obviously not just to, when it comes to Dark Side of the Ring, but but again, you go, but when it comes to how they doing these reactions to and all, and then mention something about Billy Graham, and you know, as that's to recommend to check out Billy Graham on Dark Side of the Ring. When it comes to listen to his family, you know, talk about him, and also there's a DVD of him, um about a documentary I should say, which it was on the DVD, but I think it's also on Peacock too. By the way, when it comes to talk about Billy Graham, which um I tried that before. I thought it was pretty good. Uh, and another Hall of Famer, by the way, another W Hall of Famer here. That was mentioned on Dark Side of the Ring, and one more, and this one is about hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert, who doesn't really get talked much about in wrestling business that often. In a way, he's underrated in the world of pro wrestling because um not only he was he what could have been with him because um during the time when when he was wrestling, he was ahead of his time. Have he been wrestling during the 90s or maybe in the golden era for WAF, he would have been a really big star where people would have know who he was, and people would gravitate of why he was so important in the wrestling business, not just in the ring but also outside the ring. Billy Graham's father, and his brother were in wrestling. His brother Doug Gilbert, who went nowhere by the way. The less we say about him, the better. He didn't have the charisma, the personality that hostile Eddie Gilbert had, or the mind of pro wrestling that Eddie Gilbert had, because Eddie Gilbert was more want to be more known as a promoter than a wrestler. Not saying that he he didn't do a great job in wrestling, but at the same time, and I think it was mentioned here. If I recall, I believe it was mentioned where he was in a car wreck, so badly that his chest hit the steering wheel hard, where it really damaged his heart. And I think someone may have described that his heart was like made of jello after that.
Damn.
Yeah. So yes, he was pretty much damaged from there, and he was told he would never wrestle again. But which obviously, when it comes to doctors saying that to you, obviously they will be proven wrong. It always comes to that every time. But yeah, but that was not. But he felt he was never the same after that. Um, you know, and obviously the drugs didn't help either because he was at one point on steroids. He also been on some a type of pills, whatever, in a way. But that was during those. It was during those times, obviously, where drugs were are pretty much havoc. Um, and something about, oh yeah, he idolized Jerry King Lawler so much. He got work a program with him at one point in Memphis wrestling. So much that it was an angle where his brother, but Eddie was driving the car, which I can't remember who they said what car they it was because it wasn't their car, it was someone else's car. They used to do an angle where just go run over Jerry Lawler, which they did, but they Eddie Gilbert driving the car so fast, Jerry Lawler hit the windshield of the car and damaged his hip in a way. I don't know if he had hip replacement after that, but Jerry Lawler talking about here, but either way, yeah, that was very badly so bad that fans when they saw this, they called the cops and some I think someone may call the ambulance, whatever. They were that was how serious wrestling was to them at that time. But according to Ms. Russo, they're marks.
Fuck out of here.
Now, obviously, because of that, Joe Lawler had to come out there. Now, it was on the same day, which I don't know if it would be, but maybe the next day, whatever. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was at the same day. I can't remember. But he basically told, yeah, I'm not, basically, he said, basically, I'm okay, I'm all right. I'm gonna damage, I'm all right. I'm gonna get my revenge. And he said, I will not press charges. Oh man, that's what someone has to do. When it comes to trying to keep kayfabe, alive in a way. Today, this is a serious business they had to try to protect. Because fans do get out of control to a point, when it comes to something like that. But Edgar Gilbert was was more of his passion was more of to be a promoter than wrestling at this point. Go on, bro. But he was still wrestle from here and there, and he developed a friendship with Paul Heyman during on his time in at the time Eastern Championship Wrestling. Till there was some yep. Till there was some falling out of whatever happened. I don't remember exactly what it was, but well, Paul Heyman probably was either money or something. Oh, and nothing. Edgar was so big on old school wrestling. Especially when it comes to Memphis. Memphis wrestling. Because of who he idolized over there in Jerry King Lawler. And also because he was so into Jerry King Lawler, because Jerry Lawler was always known as the king of Memphis wrestling. The king of Memphis. A Gilbert wanted to be known as the king of Philadelphia, because that's where ECW has been doing their shows in Philadelphia. But basically that's A Gilbert wanted to do when it comes to Eastern Championship Wrestling. He wanted to do some old school, booking type of feel. Into to other visions that Paul came out as well. Well, Paul say there's a different that we're going to a different time, and that's not what people want and could be seeing. Which he had a point there, because as we saw what ECW ends up becoming, Paul was on something with that. And I mean, you still could have done some old school thing as well, when it comes to what they're doing there, but which is why they could have done something to work together. But Eddie Gilbert was not involved with that anymore. I think he was gone to that. They basically sided more with Paul Heyman than Eddie Gilbert in a way. So at one point, he started working with Jim Cornette, for Smoky Mountain Wrestling as a promoter, and also do some wrestling as well. Because again, it was he was doing wrestling. He was more be a promoter, and you could say he's one of the first guys to ever do a shoot interview at that time, which is you can watch on YouTube, by the way. Just look it up. And there's supposed to be something that he's supposed to do with at the promotion of Jim Cornette of Smoky Mountain Wrestling, but then he said he couldn't make it with her. Even though he said he would, but he said he couldn't make it. I guess somewhere last minute because he went to Puerto Rico. which I think was comes to WWC, same promotion with Carlos Colon. Now he has to go to Puerto Rico, but around that time, is when he died from a heart attack in Puerto Rico in his hotel. Because again, remember, he was never the same again after that car wreck he was in. Had he not been in that car accident, because his heart was damaged at that time, and on top of it, and the drugs obviously didn't help at all, But yeah, he ends up dying in Puerto Rico, and that was while it was in '94 he died. Eddie Gilbert could have been a lot bigger, in the wrestling business if he had not been in that accident. And I'm sorry, it was 95 at the age of 33. What could have been with hostile Eddie Gilbert? Because again, he had the look and everything. He basically, he could have been like a Brian Pillman, in the '90s, comes to being a big star and everything. But no,
that was there's a lot of what if situations in wrestling.
Yeah, and Eddie Gilbert is one of those people in that category. Not so much of Doug Gilbert because he's tough. I guess you could say what comes to that, Doug Gilbert is the Ryan Nemeth at that time.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yes, no.
But there you go. That's all the episodes so far to cover for Gunstar Sutter Ring. Once we'll do that another time.
All right.
So let's have some fun now.
Yeah.
What?
What'd you say?
I think fuck John Cena.
Oh my God.
Oh wow. Wait, let's have some fun now.
Yeah.
I'll go cry about it.
Wow.
We'll go cry about it, Mark.
Wow.
Grab me a river because it's real glass.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly. It's real glass.
Oh, man.
Real glass. Crimea River. By the way, you know what yesterday was?
What?
Yes, I know.
You don't see on my profile?
Oh, May 19th. Oh God.
Why did you say that name? You read Kane? Bro, you know what'd be funny, bro? Like since it was on a Monday and it was on Raw, bro. Imagine if they actually had like Kane like appear, right? Imagine if they had Kane appear, like someone said, like let's say Grayson Waller said May 19th, and then like Glenn Jakes was like, "You should have said that name." And he chokeslammed like Grayson Waller or something. That'd be hilarious.
No, he's chokeslam you.
Wow. I mean, wow.
I suggest Prime Accuracy.
Oh, stop.
No, I agree.
Oh my God. You see what you did, Jordan? You see what you did?
Or Cody Rhodes.
What did I do?
You made Robert hate. You made Robert hate Pat McAfee though, because he was not hating him this time.
Pat McAfee did that by himself.
Wow. Nah, I think it was you, bro.
That's true. He did to himself.
Nah, you try to save face, Robert. You try to save face.
Him and his friends from that stage show that they do on YouTube.
Oh yeah, the Pat McAfee show they do on ESPN and YouTube.
In fact, I was watching a clip on YouTube Short here. Well, Brock Lesnar was on there because remember Brock Lesnar was on there at one point.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I seen that episode. Yeah, that was funny.
And basically, it was about Brock Lesnar on the first one about Stone Cold, and they got these fucking marks in the background saying what.
You're talking about Pat McAfee's doofus friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Pac was running along too, but still, like all of them kept doing what?
Agreed.
Like
What? Huh?
So, come on, guys, they're having fun. Come on.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
You guys no fun. But nah, let's have some fun.
I
Let's have
remember,
fun.
if I remember correctly, there's one guy in that group that's hated by every football fan. I forgot which dude it is, but I
Oh,
know
really?
one of them's hated
Oh, really?
by every football fan. Yeah.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow.
I
Oh,
mean,
that
Pat
deserves it.
McAfee in general is hated by almost every
Well, he deserves it.
He deserves
wow. He
it.
deserves it.
Well, I mean, he must have said something that pissed off every football fan if he's hated by every football fan. So
I didn't know that. I mean, I know obviously he's a foreign football player.
maybe he said something about Canada and then he apologized about it, and that's why people hate him. I
Oh
don't know.
God.
Oh boy. Maybe.
All right, here we go.
All right, so yeah, obviously we got Money in the Bank coming up, and we had everyone
Yeah.
really, cash in successfully. So pretty much for this one, you can pick like your top 3 favorite cash in for the woman.
All right.
Favorite women in cash in.
I'll tell you one thing. It ain't Carmella.
Hate
No, you just a hater. But
I guess I'll go with Bailey's cash in. I'll go with
I
Liv
love
Morgan, and finally I'll go with Io Skies.
Same.
Same.
All right.
I would say Alexa Bliss, but I mean, do you really need it? Yeah.
My honorable will be Tim Stratton because based on how she did it, that was
was
clever.
good. Yeah. All right. Obviously, we got
No, Tiffany Stratton should have pulled the Undertaker.
Oh wow.
The Undertaker.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Oh yeah. No, she should have put a Austin. Oh no.
Oh wow.
no.
God, if there was a one topic with the worst cash in ever, he would definitely be one of them.
Yep. Even Dolph Ziggler said it himself. But yeah, so obviously we got Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
Mhm.
So as it says right here, what is your top favorite funny moments from Big Papa Pump? Scott Steiner.
Oh,
He's fat.
Yeah.
Fat silver bitch. And also on the picture, the Steiner map as well.
Yep.
And what else would it be? I don't know. I have to think about the third one.
I'll go. I'll also go with he's fat. He said let's roll with Joe. I'll go with the Steiner math, and I'll go with this was really hilarious. She's not only ugly, she's fat. It was a promo he did with Willie Ray. Like I thought it was just so hilarious. She's fat. My honorable mention would be when he introduced Team 3D. If you remember, from Dunkin' Donuts, from the great state of obesity, Team 3D. Oh, it was funny. Scott Steiner was great.
Scott Steiner really hated fat people.
He loved himself some freaks, and he hated him some fat people. I mean, I remember when he was with LA Knight, Eli Drake at the time. He beat up some random fat guy. He's like, "Get that I hate fat ass."
I remember that.
He didn't even do anything. He was just there. He just beat him up like just a sight of a fat guy, just offensive. All right, who's next? Who's next?
All right. Now obviously one of the whole he's fat.
Fat. All right.
Let's see. The whole thing where he called. Well, he called. Yeah. He says, Chris Jericho here on Raw. You may be King Arthur, but I'm gonna kick your ass like that.
Oh yeah.
But one of his boss promos, where Jericho was calling him, calling Scott Steiner King Arthur, and then Scott Steiner, but yeah, you may be King Arthur, I'm gonna kick your ass. And let's see. The third one will be when he returned to WWE, see on Survivor Series. Valley saying,
Oh yeah.
Give me that fucking mic.
Yep. Yep.
You can't say that. You can't be saying that.
Yeah, I remember that. You know, I just thought of another promo that he did. Like, it was in WCW, like, and this is what he was shooting with DDP at the time. It's like, while you're in your back, while you're on your back screaming in pain, your wife will be on her back screaming my name. It was like, wow.
Savage.
Disrespect. Yeah, that was a really good promo. That was really funny. All right, Jordan.
All right, I'm gonna go with my first one is gonna be Team 3D. You had a chance, but you had no chance. You could run lickety split, but you can't run because you got your fat ass.
Fat ass, yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know that one. I remember that one. Yeah. With Steiner Brothers, yeah.
It's funny how Rick starts it off with he does the dog bark and then he puts his hand over the interviewer's mouth.
Yeah, I'm funny.
And my second one, I'm gonna go with Bully Ray. What is Bully Ray's motivation? I know you like sugar, but I check my.
I ain't got none.
I ain't got no donuts. I know you like sugar, but I ain't got none.
Yeah, I know. I remember that too. Yeah.
He was like, "What am I gonna do? Play the guitar? I can't play the guitar.
Can't play the guitar." Oh man.
My last one. When he was doing Samoa Joe. How did it go? Oh, they're trying to sell this DVD, this bogus DVD called The Best of Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah.
What is crap? It's unsellable.
Oh yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. This crap is unsellable. Bro, I remember this one promo they did with Kurt Angle when they're backstage. Like, this during time when, like, I think Samoa Joe had like the face paint going, and like he's like, you chase me with a machete, like I'm a big like piece of hamburger or something. Like, like I'm a big Krispy Kreme donut. Like, Kurt he looks so confused. Like, it was hilarious, bro.
All right.
She's not only ugly, she's fat.
Oh boy.
I love that promo so much. That's so funny. All right, so here we got mid-card title belts right here.
All right.
On top, we got AEW. The middle, we got WWE. And bottom, we got TNA. And obviously, AEW, we got the TNT Championship, International Championship. WWE, we got the Intercontinental Championship, the North American Championship, from NXT, and the United States Championship. Mm-hmm. And for TNA, we got the TNA International Championship. Copying AEW, well. And we got the X Division Championship.
Ooh. You only got two.
So, well, then.
You only got two.
Yeah. Yeah, so for this one for each row, AEW, WWE, TNA, what is your top favorite mid-card championship from each row?
I'll go with the International Championship. I'll go with the Intercontinental Championship, and I'll go with the X Division Championship.
I'll go with the AEW International Championship, the WWE United States Championship, and the X Division Championship.
Same.
Are you talking
I'll
about title
go-
designs or just titles in general?
Titles in general.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. I'll go with the International Championship from AEW. I'll go with the United States Championship from WWE. And I'll also go with the TNA International Championship belt. It just got here, but it still looks great though.
It's a nice belt, bro. I like how it looks.
All
All
right,
right,
for
here,
we got MMA championship belts.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
mixed martial arts. Still real to me, damn it. For this one, now this one is about designs. You know, championship design.
All
So
right.
for this one, you can pick your top 3 favorite MMA championship design right here.
I'll go with the UFC championship. You know, the heavyweight championship.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll go with the second one in the second row.
The one
Yeah,
championship.
Yeah, the one championship.
All right.
And
Alright.
finally, I'll go with the last one in the last row.
Same with Omega, probably.
Huh?
Same with Omega. What comes to the design belts. There you go.
Okay. For me, I'll go with the one world championship, the Bellator MMA World Championship, and I'll go with the KSW Championship. I like how that looks. Mine will be the UFC and the PFL. I like how that looks too.
Sweet.
All right, for me, I'll go with the Pride Championship belt. I'll go with one championship, and then I'll go with Bellator.
All right. One thing, I'm
Alright.
about to actually play Bellator at one point.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right, here we got video. We got video game themed T-shirts right here. Yeah. So for this one, you can pick like 3 of your favorites right here. Great designs.
I'll go with the Eddie Guerrero GTA T-shirt. I'll go with the Shawn Michaels T-shirt, and finally, I'll go with the Macho Man T-shirt.
Okay. For me, I will go with the 2008 John Cena video game T-shirt. I always wanted that one. I'll go with the Eddie Guerrero Grand Theft Auto T-shirt, and I'll also go with Shawn Michaels as well. So yeah. Who's next?
All right. I'll go with Shawn Michaels Chain Music.
Okay.
I will go with. Let's see. I'll go with the second TJ Perkins. And I'll also go with Agros as well here. My arm will be Macho Man. And my disarm will be Audrey John Cena's stairs.
Add Cody Rhodes to that one too,
Wait, what
And-
were y'all saying?
and the new gay as well.
Well, I would say again, my Shawn Michaels, my the second one of TJ Perkins there, and Eddie Guerrero, and my armbar will be Macho Man, and my disarmables will be John Cena's, all 3 of them.
Oh my god! I did like the 2008 one. I always thought it was cool. It's just
man.
there's just sales again. I would definitely get that. All right.
JP.
Whatever, bro. Stop. But all right, Jordan.
I'll
Oh,
go with
man.
Eddie Guerrero. I'll go with Shawn Michaels and Macho Man.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Excellent.
sweet.
All right. You got Bailey.
Bailey.
So
Baby BBL Bailey.
yep.
Yeah.
So this pretty much, her tires as role model for babyface thing. So pretty much for this one, you pick your top 3 favorite tires from Bailey as the role model. Babyface role model.
I'll go for the WrestleMania 40 attire.
right.
The red attire from the second picture.
All
And
right.
finally, I'll go with the hugger type attire that she had. I think it was SummerSlam.
Yeah, or something. Yeah. Okay. For me,
All right.
I'm still with their WrestleMania 40 attire. The Egyptian.
Role model.
Yep. I'll go with SummerSlam from last year. And, the hugger S, attire.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually go with the 4th attire in the bottom row. I like how that looks.
That's the one she wore recently, like a while ago.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what she wore against Lyra Valkyria when they had a match.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll also go with the WrestleMania 40. I'll also go with the SummerSlam of 2024.
All right.
And I'll go with the third picture on the top.
Okay.
To be honest with you,
Jordan?
none of these doesn't look, that's it's bad. So
Yeah, they look good. They look good.
they're there. All right, Jordan.
All right, I'll go with the first attire in the first row. I'll go with the second one, the red one, and then I'll go with the 4th one on the end.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Here we got. Yeah, we got Pepsi and Coca-Cola. We got
Hell yeah.
we got cans. So for this one, for Coca Pepsi, you pick like your top 3 favorite cans. Right here.
All right.
All right, I'll go.
Yeah, since I go.
I'll go with the Mario one from 1990.
Right.
I'll go with the 1991, the white one. And I'll go with 2000 for Coca-Cola. I'll go with 94. I'll go with 2002. And I'll go with summer of 09 and 10.
All right.
So yeah.
When it comes to Coca-Cola, they rarely ever change their logo.
Oh yeah, no. It's been the same for a while.
Hell yeah.
I
like that.
I hate minimalism. I really do.
No, they should change the logo to a giant C. That'd be great.
The giant C.
A giant C.
Oh my god.
But you said 3 each from.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll also go with the Mario one. I like that. I'll go with the 1998, and I'll go with the 1987. And as far as Coca-Cola, I'll go with 1994, 1990. I mean, 2000. I meant to say. And I'll go with summers of 2009 and 10. I'm assuming that's if that's what's supposed to be. I don't know, but the one with the star, the stars on it. So there you go.
Yep.
All right, who's next?
I think it's me. I'll go with 1990, the Mario one, and I'll also go with the Black 1991, and I'll go with the 2000s can. My honorable mention would be the 1950. Dishonorable mention would be the 2013. And for Coca-Cola, I'll go with 1989 or 1994, and I'll go with 1998. Honorable mention will be 1956 and also 1963.
Wow.
All right. For me, for Pepsi, it goes Super Mario. I'll go with 1998 and finally 2000. For Coca-Cola, I'll go 1966. I'll go with let's see. I'll go with 1997, and finally I go with 09 and 2010. The summer of 2009 and 10.
Hell yeah. All right,
Yeah.
who's this?
Oh look, FTR / the revival.
Say yeah. So we got obviously on the left side we got the east side, and for the revival, then we got the outside the east side. FTR. So for the WWE, we got the Mechanics. That's the first gimmick in WWE.
I remember.
Mm-hmm. We got Dash and Dawson, where they were called the Revival. We got the Revival, top guys, the champion, and the champion. We got the Revival on Raw, and we got the Revival on SmackDown. Also, when they were teaming up with their own, FTR, for outside WWE, AEW, we got FTR, when they made the debut. We got Fear the Revelations, when they teamed up with Tully Blanchard, with Tully Blanchard as the manager. We got the Pinnacle, they're part of the Pinnacle. We got the 7-star FTR, and they become big faces, and they're winning a bunch of gold. That's in gold. We got CM FTR, CM Punk, just came out with them. We got Rated R FTR, well, rated, but and we got FTR currently back in heels after they turn on Adam Copeland. Now with Stokely Hathaway as their manager.
Their best work so far.
Yeah, I'm liking it. So far. You mean Dynamite? Well,
That's right.
but so for WWE you can pick 2, and for FTR you can pick 3.
Hell yeah. All right. But not FTR. For WWE, I should say, I'll go with the Revival on NXT. They're tag team champions, and I'll go with FTR on the main roster when they were Raw Tag Team Champions.
Alright.
And then when it comes to AEW, I'll go when they first debut. I'll go when they were all being belt collectors.
Alright.
And I'll go with their current thing that will still be halfway. My honorable will be rated FTR.
Okay. Same as yours for WWE. Revival as NXT Tag Team Champions and Revival on Raw. My will be Dash and Dawson. Before, FTR. I'll go when they debut. I'll go with 7-star FTR when they become belt collectors and doing baby faces. And I'll go with their current run right now. It feels with especially happy. Marvel will also be rated FTR. Yeah, they should beat up Excalibur. I agree.
Yeah, they should have.
Leave Tony Schiavone alone. No.
Nah, Shivani deserves it.
Oh wow! Sting, help me!
Oh god.
Oh boy, Sid Hook. Yep. Sid Hook.
But anyway, same as Roberts for WWE, and then for an AEW, I'll go with FTR. When they won the AEW World Tag Team titles the first time, I'll go with the belt collectors, and finally I'll go rated FTR.
All right. Jordan?
I'll go with Dash and Dawson. I'll go with the Revival in NXT. And then I'll go with the Revival on Raw. In AEW, I'll go with FTR as the tag champs, or Fade the Revelation. I'll go with 7-star FTR, because that's actually where they earned my respect. Because if you remember, I did not like FTR at first. But
I remember.
But with that run, I gotta say, man, I tip my cap to them because they earn my respect, especially that trilogy with the Briscoes.
All right.
And lastly, I'll go rated FTR.
All right. We should have Randy Orton be in AEW and then have team up with Adam Copeland. FTR, we'll call it rated FTR KO. There you go. There you go.
Well, I remember Randy Orton wanted to have rated FT RKO, but then of course Vince didn't want to have that. So
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, FTR KO when they would team up. It was cool. It was cool to team up.
Oh boy!
All right, here we got Roman Reigns' spider logo. His logo.
Spider-Man. Oh wait, wrong one.
Believe that.
Roman Reigns. Pop that fish because I'm Roman Reigns.
Just your friendly.
Cock that fish because I'm Roman Reigns. Well, yeah. So obviously we got
friendly neighborhood tribal chief.
Yep, you mean the friendly neighborhood big dog? Oh no,
the big dog.
But yeah, so obviously we got his logo through the years. So obviously we got his first logo in 2014. He was singles guy.
Mm-hmm.
We got the logo with him doing Superman punch. We got the logo with the big dog in it. We got the we fight, we overcome, we believe. logo. When he came back from Virginia,
Mhm.
and we got his current logo. From Bloodline. Tribal Chief. More updated.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So out of these, you can pick like the top 3 favorite Roman Reigns logos here.
All right, I'll go with the first one. I'll go with the Superman one, and I'll go with the We Believe.
Okay. I'll go with the first one, Superman Punch one, and the current one. So yeah.
No, same here.
I'll go with the Superman Punch one. I'll go with the one with the dog, and then I'll
The big dog.
I'll go with We Fight, We Overcome, We Believe.
Is that all?
All right, I'm gonna go next one.
Is that all?
That was all.
Okay.
All right, what is next here?
All right, here we got these championship designs right here. Obviously, we got,
Well, I already know which one's the worst one.
Yeah.
So pretty much for this one,
I know it's not the blue Universal title. No. It's the other.
you know,
No, yes, I do think the mustard one's worse than the blue Universal title.
Oh wow.
yeah. So
well,
pretty much for this,
they both suck. So
yeah. So pretty much for this one, out of these like designs, the shape, the nameplate, the belts. What is your top 2 favorite?
I'll go with the WWE UK United Kingdom Championship and the NXT United Kingdom Championship. There you go.
I'll go with the scratch logo. The one that The Rock introduced, because I did like that one. And I'll go with the WWE UK Championship.
Yep, that's the WWE logo.
So Omega, my armor will be the scratch logo WWE Championship.
All right.
and you're dishonorable.
My
The
dishonorable.
current, the current one.
Yeah, I think we. Yeah, I think we're all
The mustard championship. Yeah, the mustard championship. Obviously.
That belt actually makes the Universal belts look great.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
saying
that's
something.
saying something. Jinx.
I'll go with both of the UK titles. My honorable will be the scratch logo one. My dishonorable will be the other 4.
All right. Well, I mean, I get the Universal belt and obviously the current one. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I was okay with it.
It's the same shit. It's just black.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it started. I mean, that's where I started. That's where I started. But
I mean, when I first saw it, I thought it looked alright. I mean, I'm not saying it looked great or anything. I just thought it looked alright.
it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible either. But then once they started reusing that design, I feel like that's what really killed it.
Yeah, then they turn it red, then they turn it blue, then they turn it white.
For me,
and then they turn it to yellow.
Yeah, now they turn it to a fucking mustard title.
to me, it was more the logo itself.
Stop crying! Wow.
Yeah, just accept that your WWF is dead. Wow.
Wow, it's been dead for a while. Like,
oh, wow. Yeah, because the moment I saw that logo from the that was going to be the W Network logo. I knew from the moment that was going to be the logo itself. But I didn't think it was going to be looking like they make the belt look like that. The big logo belt.
I thought it was going to be like more like I mean, it kind of is, but like I thought it was going to be more like the WWE like championship like with The Rock introduced, but just replacing it with the WWE logo. The network logo. But I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Ooh, treats. Peanut butter treats.
This one is Jordan's here.
Okay.
So pick 3 of your favorite peanut butter treats.
I'll go with I'll go peanut butter cookies. I'll go Reese's, and I'll go Nutter Butters.
There you go.
Well, shit.
Watch Mania.
What the hell?
Oops.
For me, I'll go Reese's Pieces. I'll go peanut butter brownies and Butterfingers.
All right. Before I pick, I picked. I got very something here. Who the fuck ever wants to buy a peanut butter ice cream? That just sounds terrible.
I mean, if it's not like with chocolate, like if it's not like the Reese's ice cream, then yeah,
maybe. Yeah. I never heard of it.
Yeah, I think they sell them. I think they sell those in Walmart. I think it's in the store.
Well, if I visit Walmart again, I'll be sure to not buy it.
Yeah. Have you ever tried like peanut butter cereal, like the Captain Crunch peanut butter cereal?
Oh yeah, I did. I hate it.
Actually, I liked it.
I had Reese's cereal before.
Oh yeah, Reese's is great. I love Reese's. The Reese's cereal. Reese's.
I don't remember if I tried before. I could have swore I did, but I don't remember if I did or not. But
it's good, man. I love it.
But I'll have that then. Then peanut butter crunch.
Peanut butter crunch wasn't bad. I thought it was pretty good.
In fact, if you ask me to go either with cinnamon toast crunch and peanut butter crunch, I'll go with cinnamon toast crunch over that.
I knew you like cinnamon toast crunch. I knew you liked it. I knew you liked it.
At least cinnamon toast crunch. It's not you could at least try to enjoy it wherever you can of that cereal.
It's delicious. What do you mean? Whatever you can. It's delicious.
Peanut butter crunch. I'm sorry. That no.
All right.
But anyways, but I'll go with Reese's. I'll go with M&M's. And I'll go with Butterfingers. So my dishonorable will be peanut butter ice cream.
No, not.
And my other dishonorable will be peanut butter pie. Like really? Like.
Well, I mean, I don't like pie in general, so I don't really care.
I know The Rock will probably eat it, but
The Rock will eat it.
Maybe. But anyways, all right.
Tang pie.
Oh, come on, not even pumpkin pie.
No, I'm not a pie person. I don't like pie.
Man, you have a sad life. Anyways, continue on.
I'm just not big on pie. I'm not into it.
Man, the Grinch over here. Wow.
I'm not the Grinch. I just don't like pie. Cake, that's a different story. I love cake. But I'm just not big on pie.
Oh man.
All right. For me, I'll go with peanut butter cookies. I'll go with peanut butter brownies, and I'll go with Nutter Butters.
All right.
Oh, look at this Happy Meal toys. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, nostalgia.
So pretty much, out of this one, pick your top 3 favorite Happy Meal toys you got as a kid. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm sure I don't remember much of them. But
I mean, you're old, so.
I mean, I'll go first. Yeah, sure. But I guess what comes to me, I'll go with the ones that I remember. I did remember getting Ronald McDonald, Birdie, Grimace, Hamburger, and I think one of the Nuggets, whatever. I don't know. So there you go.
Okay.
Next.
I got one of my favorite ones was the B movie toy I got when that movie was still coming out at the time.
Mhm.
It was that B guy. I forgot his name in the damn movie, but
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, I got I think I got a Sonic the Hedgehog at one point.
All right.
I think it was
Yeah, I
some.
remember that.
Yeah, you remember that, right? The Sonic the Hedgehog McDonald's Happy Meal toy thing. They did it for.
Yeah, was it like a playable thing? Like,
Yep.
Yep, I had that. I had that too.
Yeah, I got a Sonic Hedgehog once, and finally, I think I got a Knuckles too. Actually, now I'm trying to remember. I got Knuckles as well.
All right.
So, and there you go.
Yeah, for me, I also did have the Sonic one. The Sonic, like, you know, it was the Sonic Heroes one where you're playing. Yeah, I had that. I remember I had like a Shark Boy Lava Girl toy when that movie was coming out.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
And what was great, by the way?
Yeah, I still like that movie. That movie brings back my childhood, man. Good time. I think it came out 2007, which is my favorite year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think.
One more. Oh, I remember there was like, I remember I had like a Kung Fu Panda tape when, you know, the first movie was coming out.
All right.
I had a Poe, so yeah. Yeah, man, good times, man. Good times.
Yeah. All right. For me, I remember when the second Ice Age came out, and I had got a Manny.
Oh.
Also, when Cars came out, I got Doc Hudson. You know, the Hudson Hornet.
All right.
And then
I think I had one too.
yeah, I also had a Sally and I had a Mater.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Mater too.
Let's see. Oh yeah, and Omega's not gonna like this, but when Madagascar 2 came out, I got Alex Ryan.
I had a King Julian.
Yeah.
Madagascar.
Yeah, Omega doesn't like to move a little bit.
I mean, some people love good wrestling. Some people love bad wrestling.
Wow.
When it comes to Madagascar.
What the fuck?
Some people love John Moxley. Some people don't. That's the best way to think of Madagascar.
There you go.
Some people like pizza. The other ones are fascinated with pizza cutters. So.
Oh wow.
All right. Well, is that everybody?
All right. Next one.
What was the point of this one now? I don't know.
Yeah, what was
I don't know. Is it about our favorite reigns? I guess.
Who's the worst one?
I think I said this one. It was basically like you have to erase one from history.
That's easy. John Cena.
John Cena.
I was gonna say Hogan.
No, Hogan means more to wrestling than Cena. Even though I don't like Hogan either.
Well, you guys know what I'm picking.
Yeah. I was I was surprised Robert didn't say Triple H, to be honest. I'm sorry.
I think Triple H. I think Cena's worse than Triple H.
I think Cena's worse.
I wouldn't say that, but anyway.
Yeah. As far who's the best one of these world champions, obviously Ric Flair, hands down.
Triple H in the ring doesn't offend me, but he's but it doesn't mean he's not boring.
Best one, I'm gonna say Edge.
Did you say Miz?
I said Edge.
Oh, I thought you said Miz. I was gonna say what? I was like, oh,
It was like
He's not on here. The fuck?
it sounded like you
Miz,
said Miz for a minute.
yeah, Miz is only a 2-time champion.
yeah, you're right. It should have been a 10-time world champion.
What a loser.
Wow.
All right,
No.
so for this one, obviously got NXT Women's Champions here for
All
for
right.
the past couple years. So pretty much, who's your three favorites that were NXT Women's Champions?
Okay. I'm going with Roxanne Perez. I'm
With
going with Tiffany Stratton. Huh? You said which one?
Yeah, which reign of Roxanne Perez?
I'll go 2024.
Second one?
Yeah. I'll go with Tiffany Stratton. And I'll go with your girl, Stephanie Bakir.
All right. For me, I'll go with Tiffany Stratton. I'll go Roxanne Perez, the second reign. And finally, obviously, Stephanie Bakir. There you go.
All right. I'll go with Tiffany Stratton. I'll go with Lyra Kyria. And I'll go with Roxanne Perez's second reign. My honorable will be Stephanie Bakir. My dishonorable was Becky Lynch. It was unnecessary for her winning the belt.
Well, I mean, she never won before, so.
Doesn't matter, though.
Doesn't make it right.
You say it doesn't matter. Right, Jelly. It's going to matter if John Cena were to win an NXT championship tomorrow, right? It would
Oh,
I didn't say that.
No, can you imagine that John Cena won the NXT championship? I'd be like, well, that's it. NXT's dead. Might as well just end it.
That's never happened. Now imagine Randy Orton becoming NXT champion.
Oh boy.
You're gonna love that.
Yeah, and he beats Obafemi.
Oh
wow.
no.
Yeah,
And he's just stupid.
Way to bury your up and coming talent by having them get buried by fucking 45-year-old pregnant Ninja Turtle over here.
Oh wow. No, whatever.
Well, I mean, you're fine. Well, I mean, you're good. You're fine with John Moxley burying people. Wow.
Wow.
Says who?
Oh man. All right. Who's was it? Oh, Jordan, you're next.
Yeah, Jordan.
I'm gonna go with Roxanne Perez, second reign. I'm gonna go with Tiffany Stratton, and then I'll go with Indy Hartwell.
All right. Indy Hartwell. Which, by the way, Indy Hartwell is killing right now in the Indies.
I don't know why she got released, man.
Yeah.
She's in TNA now too.
Yeah, she's in TNA too, by the way.
The fuck was that sound?
I have no idea. It sounded like it was like an echo.
What was that?
It sounded like it was an echo or something.
Ooh, Chuck E. Cheese's.
Oh yeah.
All right. So for this one, what's your favorite Chuck E. Cheese logo? So your top three favorite.
Where a kid can be a kid.
Mine's will be from 1994 to 1998, from 1998 to 2004, and 2004 to 2012. My dishonorable will be from 2012 all the way to now. There you go.
Same as yours.
All right.
Man,
Same
Chuck E.
here.
Cheese, man, takes me back. I've been here.
Yeah, my dishonorables would be the three current ones, pretty much.
Yeah.
The fraud.
That is not Chucky.
Yeah. Because what the fuck are those?
It looks like
He looks like, bro. He looks like Remy from freaking Ratatouille.
or what's his name? Jerry. If Jerry turned had white fur instead of brown.
Jerry.
Oh god.
Yeah, I remember that.
All right, who's next? Or did everyone pick the same, pretty much?
Yeah.
Did you guys pick 94, 98?
Yeah.
Yeah.
94, 98, 98, 2004, 2004, 2012.
Yep.
All right. Sweet.
All right then. Yep.
I grew,
That's crazy.
you know,
I didn't even know it started in the 70s. I never knew that.
I know the year.
real Pizza Time Theater. That's apparently what it was called.
I can see where Five Nights at Freddy's got the idea from.
Oh yeah.
And
Obviously, it was
and
Chuck E. Cheese's.
the pieces are good too, by the way.
Yeah, because Chuck E. Cheese's at one point used to use animatronics, I believe.
Yeah.
2019 logo trash. Yes, I agree.
It's been a while since I've been in Chuck E. Cheese's, man. It's been years. Yes, they did. This restaurant era had the best titles.
Yes, it did. Besides two of them, but anyway.
Okay, stop. Stop. Right, so I guess we're picking
What?
like top 3 or whatever. How many we picking?
Whose is this?
Was this yours too, or did I mistaken that's yours?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's gotta be yours then, Omega.
Okay. All right. Pick 4 of your favorite title designs.
All
Oh,
right.
easy.
All right, I'll go.
Okay.
I'll go with the Undisputed Championship, the Big Gold Championship, the United States Championship, and the Intercontinental Championship. There you go.
I'm gonna go with the Undisputed Championship, the WWE Spinner Belt, the Big Gold. Hey, I'm picking. Stop. And the Intercontinental Championship. My honorable will be United States and WWE Tag Team Championship.
Oh, thank God.
What? Wait, they got for what?
I think he was. I think he thought you were going to say the Spinner United States Championship.
I like that too. I do like that, but I mean, it's not my most favorite.
I'm glad JBL and Orlando Jordan destroyed it.
Oh my God! Stop.
In the trash.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right.
I'll go with the Undisputed WWE Championship. I'll go with the WWE Women's Championship. I'll go with the Big Gold Belt. And I'll go with the Intercontinental Championship. My honorable will be the WWE Tag Team Championship. And my dishonorable will be the WWE Spinner Belt.
We know.
Yes.
I'm telling you, man. If I had the money to get my first belt, you already know what belt I'm getting, bro. You already know what I'm getting.
You're gonna waste $600 on the Spinner Belt. All right, good luck.
Well, I mean,
Right,
if they have like a deal, like to lessen the price, then I'm getting that Spinner Belt. I'm getting it.
So you're gonna waste $400 on that crap? Gotcha.
Well, it's my favorite belt, but it's not wasting money. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. Like of course, I'm gonna get it.
And then
Now, if it was something like,
and then you were at wrestling events like a Mark.
oh, wow, okay, Mr. Russo. Okay, Mr. Russo. All right, did Jordan go yet?
Mine's the same as Omega's.
Oh, okay.
All right.
What do you pick?
He said same as yours.
As
Yeah,
mine?
same as yours.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, guys. So, yeah, pick one of the Bruce Waynes that you thought was the better version, the original one, or the one that he looked like he's got a tan.
The New Adventures.
The anime series.
Yeah, anime series. The second one doesn't look too bad.
I mean, I like the New Adventures one, but I still prefer the anime series, obviously.
It kind of looks like the Justice League Unlimited a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I'll go with it. I'm gonna go original.
All right.
I'll go with the second one. No, the second one, these got a little bit more edge to them.
And a tan.
It depends.
And a tan. Yeah. It's not pasty.
Like John Cena.
Okay, you didn't even say that.
Well, actually, that's not interesting about John Cena. I'll get to him later. But
Yeah, that he's trash.
but guess
No,
besides that, but
besides that stuff. But anyway,
but get the wrestler here who was a former world heavyweight champion 2 times. After that, becoming a 1-time WCW Cruiserweight champion. Then going back to WWF in the Attitude Era by becoming a 2-time European champion, and then becoming a 2-time World Wrestling champion. Combined of now 4 times, and then becoming the light heavyweight champion, and then being the Cruiserweight champion while being the light heavyweight champion, and then going to TNA to become the X Division champion. So who's the wrestler?
Sean Waltman.
Sean Waltman.
Yeah, I kind of figured when I saw the light.
Xbox.
Yep, we have 6 Xbox 6-pack. 1, 2, 3 kid.
1, 2, 3 kid. Yep.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be Xbox when I saw the light heavyweight championships and cruiserweight championships.
Yes.
Yeah.
During time when he had Xbox key.
Yep. I got everything I ever wanted, and I'll never get that back. Do you dealing with the X Factor? Oh,
Yeah.
that's Sheamus.
It's a shameful thing. Lobster.
Yeah, so pick your
Man, let the wine just dead.
yeah,
Too many lies. Too many lies. Oh.
So guys, pick your 4 favorite version of Sheamus.
Ooh, okay.
I'll go.
There you go.
I'll go with the Celtic Warrior. I'll go with the Irish Brawler.
All right.
I'll go with the Bar, and finally, I'll go with Banger After Banger.
I'll go with Celtic Warrior. I'll go with the Great White. I'll go with the Bar. And I'll go with Banger After Banger. My number would be 1-800-FELLA. Who remembers that? 1-800-FELLA.
Oh
Yeah, I remember that.
Bro, who remember? I remember when he debuted the Mohawk, bro, and the beard and the whole "you look stupid" thing.
Yeah, he looks stupid.
Do you remember? I remember there was a meme that says when you play too much WWE Immortals, you know, the mobile game at the time. Yeah,
Oh man,
it's definitely a unique look for Sheamus.
All right. I'll go with the Celtic Warrior. I'll go with the Great White. I'll go with the Resurrection. And I'll go with Banger After Banger. My honorable will be the Bar.
They don't just raise the bar;
stupid.
they are the bar. I will give it one thing. It did introduce the Hellfire thing, which I actually do like. I do like the Hellfire thing. Yeah. All right.
All right, I'll go with the Celtic Warrior. I'll go with the Great White. I'll go with the Irish Brawler, and then I'll go with the Bar.
All right. Cool.
What's this?
All right, this one.
Did we do this?
Well, it depends. When did we do it? Because
I think it was probably the last DTA we did.
I think this was also mine.
Oh yeah, you were here. Yeah. This
All
one
right,
we did something.
well, with this one, one must be erased from history.
Well, actually,
I'm sorry, Randy. Randy.
Unlike erase 1, actually you erase 3 from history.
Erase 3.
Damn,
Erase
3.
All right, I'll go with John Cena, Hulk Hogan, and I guess Randy Orton. Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
I'll go with Randy Orton.
Very fortunate.
I'll go Randy Orton. I'll go Brock Lesnar. And I'll also go Hulk Hogan. I'll go Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry, Randy. Sorry, Brock. Not so sorry, Hogan.
I'm not sorry for Randy or Hogan, but
All right.
Go ahead. Who's going next?
I also go with Randy, Brock, and Hulk Hogan.
Oh, same as mine. Okay.
All right, Robert.
Hogan, Cena, and Hunter.
Yeah, I knew it. Triple H. I knew it.
I'm gonna go with The Rock, Shawn Michaels, and Bret Hart. Oh God.
Oh,
Well, I agree with Bret Hart. Wow.
I'm gonna go Stone Cold, Rock.
Oh, that's your wrestler. Oh, that's your wrestler you created?
Yeah, it's supposed to be me. Now, see, y'all, I don't think I did a better job with the facial, but
What's up?
You have your lunchbox?
All right.
there you go, folks. That was the fun
That
topic.
was fun. That was fun.
Hell yeah. So,
Cool.
we're going to talk about AEW Beach Break here.
Okay.
Which, by the way, if you've seen Beach Break, you were saying to yourself, why was it called Beach Break?
I have no idea.
Well, I mean, we're not close to the summer yet. Not really.
Well, not only that, because
May, so it's not even close to summer. So.
not only that, because they were in Chicago, which I don't think it was even that hot over there. I wouldn't know, but Mary Christian will
There's no beach in Chicago.
man. And on top of that, there was no theme, no atmosphere of making it feel like it's beach vibe. For Beach Break. No sand, no beach balls, no.
Wasn't it pretty much just a regular AEW Dynamite stage?
Pretty much. Pretty much. What the fuck, man? Now, when it comes to the show itself, wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad show. I'll say that much. Was it exciting? Somewhat was. But I thought it wasn't that bad of a show. I mean, there was some stories that they lack in a way of it, but that's not here or there. But the matches they had so far, because interesting thing what comes to build up for the Double Nut pay-per-view, and what comes to who's in the tournament, Hangman Page and Will Ospreay, can they coexist? And they had to coexist against the Downcast family of Konosuke Tetsuka and Josh Alexander. And it lasted 18 minutes and 33 seconds. Match was fine for what it was. And the Hangman and Ospreay won, which they had a badass finish, double team finishing move here. Will Ospreay went for the hidden blade. Meanwhile, the Hangman went for the buckshot lariat. Well, I guess you could call it, because of how they executed it, which they executed pretty well. I guess you could call it the buckshot blade, or or the hidden lariat, or the hidden blade lariat, whatever. Wherever feels your build there. But either way, I thought it was good. How they did on the finishing there, and obviously they did the spot where Hangman and Ospreay almost did connect to one another in the match. Which what the whole concept of can they coexist, and the whole thing of tagging themselves into the matches was also another thing that play into the story of can they coexist as well, because these two will be faced in the tournament, on the finals of the On Her Cup tournament. That's going to be a double nothing. Which, by the way, this tournament should have already been over, by the way, because we're delaying, I should say, delaying, the inevitable here, of this tournament until we get to the pay-per-view, which is this weekend. I don't remember it's on a Sunday or on a Saturday. Not that matters because I'll be working, so I won't, I won't be watching until later on. But let's see, May 25th. So I'm assuming that's on a Sunday. Yep, on a Sunday, which means Saturday will be WWE Saturday Night's main event. So but that could be an easy watch for me on Peacock later on when I get home. As far as Double or Nothing, just find the right site to go watch. Which I already know where to go to. But yeah, Double or Nothing, has been lackluster when it comes to building up their show. Oh, I see something here that's going to be coming up here. All right. I'll say it for later. But anyways, so yeah, they're delaying the inevitable of this tournament, to build up a story here, which that should not be the case when it comes to doing your tournament, especially where the story of the tournament should be, a wrestler is entering this tournament to not only win the Owen Hart Cup tournament, to honor the memory of Owen Hart, but also what comes to because now they decided to do it since last year, where they want an opportunity to go after the world heavyweight title. What comes to the perspective of the division. Because you got the men's tournament for it, and then the women's tournaments for it as well. And the base how they're doing this is, again, they're delaying it till we get if I get to this pay-per-view to finally finish off the tournament, which that's the wrong way to go with things when it comes to it. It'd be like doing that with the G1 Climax, or let alone with the New Japan Cup when it comes to the Japan Pro Wrestling's tournament. Hell, WWE never even did this with their tournaments. But for whatever reason, AEW is doing this with their Owen Hart Cup tournament, which that was never the case at all for the last since when they first started to do this tournament in 2022. And now all of a sudden they chose this year of all years to do it the way they're doing it. Bring up stories between Michelle Monet versus Jimmy Hayter in this tournament, where that should not be in the case at all when it comes to doing your tournament, especially when you're doing a tournament to honor the late great Owen Hart. Morons. And I fully believe Total Confidence too, by the way. I'm not okay with how they're building up and booking this tournament that's supposed to be honoring the memory of Owen Hart. But anyways, they did win the match though. Will Ospreay and the Hangman on the page, only for them to get beat up after the match. But then they fought back, and then all of a sudden Ospreay was trying to go after whoever he was trying to go after, and then the Hangman ends again to burn up that, and then they started bittering back and forth, whatever, and then Ospreay left. Basically, had enough of it, whatever, and that was it. Another way to build your story of this heated rivalry, whatever, that now just started with Hangman and Ospreay because of this tournament that they did, and it will culminate at Double or Nothing. Then we had Ricochet. He went up against Zach Gowen. And yes, yeah, heard me right, folks. Zach Gowen. The same Zach Gowen who once was in WWE.
Yep, he had a match against Ricochet. Yep, I saw it.
Yeah, and Zach Gowen still looks pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
Now, obviously, we all knew he wasn't going to win, but the story here was that Zach Gowen, his leg was stolen. Was his prosthetic leg, I should say. I want that his leg got stolen, just like that, because that's impossible to do, by the way. But unless you try cutting someone's leg off. But everyone should know the story, obviously, with Zach Gowen. Zach Gowen, he had cancer on his leg, when he was young, and he had no choice but to um what the word I'm trying to use here is they gotta they basically the type take the type of basically they gotta get rid of that leg of his in order for him to live, because
Yeah.
because the cancer was going to spread at that time. It didn't because it was too late to treat it at the time, because they didn't know what was that person until they finally realized what it was, and then they had amputated. There we go. They amputated the leg of him. That way he will live a long life, and here he is right now, still living that life. He's got two children, a boy and a girl, and a wife. He's living life, still wrestling too, by the way. Which I'm shocked. He's still wrestling to this. I'm pretty sure he's been wrestling some random indie promotions. Still making a living. Because again, he was known making his way into the door in WWE, and then went to TNA, which was a brief. I think at the time was a brief time, because when I started watching, he wasn't there anymore. So I'm assuming he wasn't there for that long, but not bad talent. Zach Owen is. He's pretty good what he can do with someone with only one leg, and it's just always been a dream to be a wrestler, and he's still doing his thing here. But the thing about Zach Allen, I said before, Zach Allen hasn't been relevant for years, and all of a sudden AEW out of nowhere decided to bring in a Zach Allen, and why did they bring him in? To capitalize on what Montez Ford did in WWE with a guy who also had a prosthetic leg as well. You could call it conspiracy theory, whatever, but I'm thinking of what people have been saying of what goes to that. Because I find it funny, out of nowhere, that AEW decided to bring in Zach Gowen just to do a spot where his legs, his amputate, his prosthetic leg has been taken by Ricochet after having Montez Ford taking the leg, which he was given by that fan of his prosthetic leg to use as a weapon in that TLC match they had on SmackDown, which should have been at WrestleMania, by the way. The match that they had on SmackDown for the tag titles, that should have been at WrestleMania, not the World Tag Team titles that happened from Raw that was on WrestleMania, and it was boring. But anyways, but nevertheless, that's why I believe that's where they brought in Zach Gowen. You think they did this for the goodness of their heart to bring in Zach Gowen because he's a great talent? Well, I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it as well. What comes to they bring him in because he's a great talent and all that, which he is. He is a great talent. For someone who could still do this in the ring, yeah, I'm happy he's still wrestling. I'm just happy that he's still doing what he's got to do, to provide for his families, that he's supporting, and is still doing what he loves to do. Not respect for that of Zach Gowen. I'll always respect Zach Gowen for what he's doing. Hopefully, that's all that that it is. That they brought him in, and respect, instead of just capitalizing on this whole thing that what WWE did, just for them to do it too. But Ricochet did win in 8 minutes and 19 seconds. By the way, when it comes to wrestling, pure wrestling itself, Zach Gowen obviously who beats Ricochet in that no matter what. Now, even if Zach Gowen didn't have his leg amputated, as at a young age, if he didn't have that cancer, that was spreading within his leg, and he would still had that leg and wrestle the way he still wrestle, I guarantee you, people will look at him as a better wrestler in ring than Ricochet. Because again, Ricochet is nothing but flips and doing acrobatics, type of moves that he does. That's all Ricochet is, and that's all he's ever going to be. he's never get over what comes to his personality because there is none. No charisma whatsoever. Is he charismatic? What he does? What comes to what comes to the moves he does? Yes, but ain't wrestling. If you don't got that, then you ain't shit. Then again, some people have got away of that for years. Just look at John Cena's run. But even John Cena who can get over when it comes to character wise. Ricochet, he's trying, but people don't care about the character he's on doing. I don't even care. I thought I was going to turn things around with the character, but he don't have it. He don't have the charisma to get it over. Oh, but anyways, Ricochet won, and the match itself, from the end of it was not good at all. And I don't blame Zach Gowen. I blame Ricochet. Ricochet, was Ricochet. It's a damn shame Jay Bird ain't here right now. I don't know if he, if he's doing something, whatever. But I want to bring something up when it comes to John Cena, which is nothing bad, but um, but maybe I'll do it another time. But anyways, um, but yeah, but Ricochet isn't winning either way. And then Mark Briscoe came up with the help, and Zach Cohen got his leg back. So, and that's nothing. Was that the whole thing with Ricochet doing the leg of Zach Gowen? Like, wait, what the fuck are you gonna do with that prosthetic leg? That has no use. You had no use for that. Like, why? What's the point of Ricochet trying to wanting to steal the prosthetic leg? I understand. I could understand him stealing the robe, whatever that was. From Prince Nana. During that program with Swerve Strickland. I don't get at all why he wanted the prosthetic leg from Zach Gowen. That's nothing why I have fallen off a lot of Ricochet of his run in the AEW. I'm telling you, man, if there's a time to bring a Samantha Irvin, or about going Samantha the Bomb, or maybe by her real name, Samantha Johnson, I don't know. Unless you bring her in and to at least salvate and save his career in a way in AEW, because this isn't working at all. Unless you bring her in, Ricochet is gonna sink. Not that I care either way, because he did this to himself, and he's definitely not gonna get over when he's too busy arguing with fans and up and coming wrestlers on Twitter. We got the Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, Sean Benjamin, or according to Hulk Hogan, Benjamin Sheldon. Being going by MVP, defending their AEW World Tag Team titles. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a AEW World Tag Team Championship Eliminator match. Speaking of which, we'll get to the other one later on, because we had two more of that from the last time we saw AEW Dynamite, and then we get the breach break, and we get another one. This time it was a different title, all because of the eliminator match. But they went up against Top Flight, and later Gray was there for them. 5 minutes and 12 seconds it lasted. Wow. Can't remember last time, someone lasted that long against the Hurt Syndicate in the match. Other what? Private Party? Then again, I'm pretty sure that that's a lot longer. But Top Flight, they lost already. And then after the match, by the way, which by the way I should have mentioned this by the way, even before the match, MJF was waiting for the time for for that decision to make if he's going to be part of the Hurt Syndicate, only for the Hurt Syndicate to show up because because MJF was being interviewed by Renee Paquette, and then Renee Paquette asked, what if you don't get the thumbs up from all of them, and you're not part of them, and they beat you up, whatever, they hurt you, and then that's when Hurt Syndicate showed up, and they can't wait to for this meeting in the ring, and then MJF looking scared, and then we get to what happened for the segment, but before we do, we got Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara, the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, coming out because they saw enough what the Syndicate was doing to Top Flight, because last year you had on the Hurt Lock onto Dante Martin, and then basically they came out there just to let them go instead of going in the ring and stopping them, and they did a talking segment here, and then that's when we had the Crew out there, which is Leo Rush and Action Andretti. And basically, they're bickering back and forth forever who should be getting a shot at the tag team titles against the Hurt Syndicate. All of a sudden, MVP said, you guys going to have to fire it out on Collision. Beach break. And then I guess they'll get a shot of the title at Double or Nothing, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe on Dynamite. I can't remember. Who cares? The tag team division is doing no good at all in AEW, folks. They took care of Private Party. They took care of Top Flight. The Crew is not going to do any better, by the way. I can't think of any other tag teams, I know I'm not going to include the Kukumoto Fox. What other tag teams are there in AEW? This tag team division, is not doing so good in AEW. And WWE is no better either, which is why WWE needs to merge their tag teams. But there is not anything that's going on right now for AEW's tag team division right now. That's sad. The one thing that was about AEW was about having the best tag teams, and they had and at the time they had a lot of tag teams in AEW until they had no more tag teams in AEW. Lucha Bros are gone. Proud and Powerful are no longer a thing. And now Mike Santana is in TNA. Who else could be? I mean, FTR. Yeah, they're still doing their thing. But then they're not going to tag titles anytime soon. Where are the Guns? Again, who else is there? This tag team division is not lighting the world on fire anymore, like it used to do. It used to. Maybe Ring of Honor is doing something with the tag team division, but problem is no one's watching Ring of Honor. But anyways, but the Hurt Syndicate said now they want to take care of some business right now with MJF, because some guy told MVP 30 seconds, we're going to commercial. So that was the time for them to go to commercial. And we come back from commercial, and then they wait for MJF to come out, right? To face this her syndicate like a man to see if he's gonna be in or out. And he was for a reason not to be found because his music was playing. Only for Sean Benjamin, be told by MVP to check, go find him. So Sean Benjamin sprint his way to the back. For a reason, Caravan was following him. And like, okay, where they going with this? All of a sudden, Benjamin goes up to Tony Khan, who was there at Gorilla, with Jerry Lynn and with Sanjay Dutt. And basically asking, where's MJF? You seen MJF, whatever? Tony Khan had a look on his face of excitement, smiling. And he's like, he's right here, something like that, right? And then MJF pops up like, oh, hey, Shelton, how are you doing? So MJF was so scared to get to head to the ring that he thought it was a good idea to hide behind the production teams, the producers, I should say, at Gorilla, thinking that that the boss wasn't going to rat him out. This was so silly and so dumb. And then finally, Benjamin gets MJF to have him head down to the ring, and they get to the ring, and then we get to to see what's going to happen, making the decision. MJF got a thumbs up from MVP. He got a thumbs up for Sean Benjamin, and then Lashley was the only one that matters. His only opinion was what mattered, to see if he's going to get a thumbs up or thumbs down. And Lashley was tasting, to see if he's going to give him a thumbs up or thumbs down. And he kept doing the whole thing where he's going to, it's going to be thumbs down, but then it's going to be a thumbs up or then thumbs down, and then surprisingly he gave him a thumbs up. So that means MJF is part of the Hurt Syndicate. And then they said, now we're going to have a contract signing to make it official. So the next Dynamite show, which it'll be the home show edition for Double or Nothing, which is later on tonight, by the way. That's going to be where we're going to get the debut to spoil the contract signing of MJF being part of the Hurt Syndicate, of Cedric Alexander coming in. Because they didn't do it this week. I thought they was going to do this. I mean, not this week. This week, I'm pretty sure Cedric Alexander is coming this time. But last week, on Beach Break for Dynamite, I figured that was good. That was good to introduce them there, but they decided to not do it because they had another idea to milk it for one more week. So in the meantime, MJF and MVP are having the words, being interviewed by Renee Burkhead. All of a sudden, MJF says, but I'm going to need my lawyer to look it up of this contract, right? And the moment he said that, like, oh no. All of a sudden, he here walks in, smart Mark Sterling. Oh my fucking god! Why are they continuing this whole thing with MJF's personal lawyer, smart Mark Sterling? This guy fucking sucks. He's terrible, and yet we're doing this with him again. Like, can we just not have him be the lawyer? Isn't there someone else that's actually more talented than this guy to be MJF's lawyer? Hell, I want to take it to Tommaso Ciampa, wearing a wig to be the lawyer for Mark Sterling, like he was the lawyer for for Muhammad Hassan. Which, by the way, next week is the final episode of Doctor in the Ring on Muhammad Hassan, which means this week was the episode of Daphne. So, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure already happened, by the way, because it's every Tuesday. So that's gonna be something for me to to sit through and to relive that. that whole thing with Daphne, what happened with her on that unfaithful night, during the, Dynamite at that time. It was very sad. What happened to Daphne? Oh, but we'll see what happens. With that one. But anyways, back to this. But yeah, so MJF said, was saying all that, and MVP wasn't happy with this whole thing with the lawyer involved, but he understands why, and he wasn't bothered about that after that. So they're saying something up here when it comes to MJF, but they didn't think the lawyer's gonna be involved as well. So we're gonna see how this turns out now. I'll be more happy to see her syndicate beating them up on Smart Sterling, than MJF, in a way. Or that's another thing too. What I can see them doing is that when this contract signing is happening, with Smart Sterling being there, her syndicate being there as well, and he's getting ready to sign. He's about to get ready to sign, right? All of a sudden, Secretary Alexander comes in. Finally, he comes in, and MJF, is appalled of all this, and basically it was all a ruse, all to to make MJF look bad, and then they'll go try to hurt him, her syndicate, with Secretary Alexander being part of her syndicate, just to put a hurting on MJF, only for MJF to throw Smart Sterling into the wolves to get out of harm's way, and Smart Sterling gets beaten up, gets hurt by her syndicate. That will make me feel much better of why they're doing this with with Smart Sterling getting involved. Now, will they do that? Probably not, because I had an idea what comes to what they could have done last week on this show, where all three members of her syndicate gives MJF a thumbs up, and then MVP said, "Whoa, hold on a second. There's one more person who's just joined her syndicate that also he's cast his vote too." And then that's where Secretary Alexander comes in, and then he gives him a thumbs down, and they put a hurting on MJF. So my guess is that they didn't want to go that route, or maybe they never thought about that at all. They just want to do what they want to do, which is fine if that's what they want to do. As long as the payoff is goes well with it, because the her syndicate is the only thing that's what people care about. When it comes to every Wednesday night on Dynamite, is the her syndicate that based on what they're doing with them. Her syndicate is the only thing that's is what is people care about watching the show Dynamite. So now that out of the way, let's get to another eliminator match. This time with the women's. And wait you know it, another 4-way eliminator match when it comes to Talent Storm's AEW Women's World Championship, to see who's going to get a shot of it if they could win. I'm talking about the challenge. The ones that are not champions. When it comes to AEW Women's World Champion. And we had the debut of Mina Shirakawa with new theme music, or theme song, whatever. And people didn't like it. People went online to to get their opinions about it, and they didn't like it. Kind of like how they didn't like the when they first did the AEW Dynamite intro for early this year, with the Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited with something. I can't remember if that was the song or not, but yeah, know what I mean. Yeah, not a good song for wrestling. It's not a bad song. It's actually a good song, actually. When it comes to Pointer Sisters, it's a good song, but it doesn't fit wrestling. It doesn't fit with the theme of what pro wrestling is when it comes to theme songs. Now, if we had bad reputation, by Joan Jett, then yeah, you could have done that, and also you also could have give us hints that Ron Russell was coming in, and then you could be some other thing for it for the time. I don't know, just this is coming out of my head of what the logic is and what comes to it. But yeah, but me and Shankawa, had a new theme song and no one liked it. No one online liked it. I didn't even like it when I listened to it, and I'm pretty sure me and Shakar didn't like it either. But she still went with it to see if it went, if it went with the flow with or what she was doing, with her dancing and all. And I came into from there like this is shit. But what's she gonna do? Complain to Tony Khan for it about it? No, she's gonna take it like a soldier that she is, because that's her boss. She didn't want to disappoint her boss. Because I'm pretty sure that was Tony Khan's idea to do that, and bit him in the ass again. You think he'll learn after the whole Porter Sisters, for being an AEW Dynamite theme song? Now the one that got it currently, I don't remember what the names are, but I'll tell you one thing: that sounds a lot better of a theme song than the Pointer Sisters when it comes to pro wrestling theme songs. But I digress. But me and Shirakawa came out with this new music of hers for someone who's now officially all elite, because this is her official AW match as being part of All Elite Wrestling. And I think it's great, by the way, that she's part of AW. And hell, she could have been part of WWE as well, or TNA, but she felt like AW is the best fit for her, and it is. I believe I 100% agree that AW is a better fit for her right now. And when it comes to what AW presents to women's so far, me and Shirakawa, people love me and Shirakawa. They want more Mina, so we're getting more Mina in AW. Feature her on Dynamite, feature her on Collision, feature her on pay-per-views, because people love her. People see star value in me and Shirakawa. Is she a money draw? No, I don't think she is. I mean, but if they try their best, to do so, she can be. But some are hits, some are misses. Michelle Monet was a huge miss when it comes to drawing power. I mean drawing money. Comes to selling out tickets and all that and everything. But we shall see. But we have Mia Shirakawa, Azimi, or Izumi, who won the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Championship, and she didn't beat Michelle Monet in the match, but she beat Mia Shirakawa because it was a three-way match. So I'm like, really? So Michelle Monet didn't have to lose the match to lose her belt, but Mia Shirakawa gets beaten by someone who's not even I'm not even gonna bother, because Azima, she's good too, by the way. I've seen her wrestle a couple of times. She's pretty good as well. So well deserved for her to be a champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling, for New Japan Strong. But my God, could you find any other ways to protect Michelle Monet of losing the match, where she didn't have to lose the match to lose her belt? And then you had the return of Sky Blue. Sky Blue, why she returned? Because for someone who's from Chicago, Illinois, guess where they're at? Hoffman Estates, Illinois, the Now Arena, which is where Chicago. But then again, is that really in Chicago? Yeah, it is. Yes. I want to know because I don't live in Chicago, so um, but you never know. Sometimes sometimes they'll say when it comes to where they're at and all that, and they'll say, oh, we're in Chicago, kind of like with WE when it comes to, oh yeah, um we're in the shadow of New York, but like you're not in New York, you're in New Jersey, but they call it the shadow of New York, even though New Jersey is not really New York. It's a different state with a different name. I never got that. And some people will enable that too. By the way, yo, it's the same thing. New York, New Jersey, it's the same thing. Oh, so you're telling me that that's the same thing. What about New Mexico, Mexico and New Mexico? You're going to tell me that's the same thing too? And also, you're going to tell me that the New Hampshire is the same thing with New York and New Jersey? There's a reason why there are 50 states in the United States of America, and not 49 states of the United States of America. I mean, there's a reason why we have 50 stars on our American flag, because there are 50 states, and New Jersey is separate from those states of New York. So no, it's not the shadow of New York when it comes to that. But my point is, when it comes to this, sometimes they'll say, oh yeah, we're in Chicago because we're in Illinois. But anyways, but it's good to see Sky Blue. She's back and because she never lost a step. So I'm glad she's doing good. My thing is, she should have came back. She should have been came back. You're telling me, she had to wait 10 months to finally make her return to in-ring action. Because I heard she was good to go. What, about maybe a month or two ago, and you finally decided to have her show up now. And like, okay, if you're having her show up out here, in her hometown, and Justin Roberts was sound like he's had an orgasm by saying, from Chicago, Illinois, because they was looking for that big reaction for Sky Blue, and they did. The crowd, they supported Sky Blue when it comes to that. And what happened with Sky Blue here? She didn't win the match. It'll be safe to say if she lost the match, if she suffered the loss, but no, she didn't. It was someone else who suffered the loss. And who that was? Miss I Never Lose in the eliminator match. Timeless Tony Storm, who went from 12-0, now 12-1. And I remember when it was first brought up, they they were trying to make it I guess they were trying to make it a big deal of it. Like anyone keeps track of it, of how many eliminator matches that Tony Storm has won over the years in the AEW. Who cares? Who gives a shit? This ain't Undertaker your WrestleMania Undefeated streak that we're talking about here. But she lost by Mina Shirakawa, who's now officially All Elite, and she won her first All Elite wrestling match by being officially All Elite for AEW. And she's raking a crack of the title that she's gonna lose, by the way. So you set up Mina Shirakawa by finally signing with AEW in her first AEW match, as part of the company, she wins it, and she's gonna be going into Double Nothing to lose. It's like they didn't learn their lesson what they did with Megan Bain. Because remember, Megan Bain has won a couple of matches. Who just got there, but she won a couple of matches after being all after being all elite. Gets a shot at the title, and she lost. Now, even though she the way they did it, they did it to protect her, but she still lost. And what happened with Megan Bain after that? She was never the same again. She wrestled on Collision, and you rarely see her on Dynamite. So what did they accomplish with Megan Bain of making her look dominant, and then giving her a shot at the title early? It accomplished absolutely nothing. And the same thing's good. And now they're doing the same thing with Mia Shirakawa here. It's like, again, they haven't learned their lessons. And the match itself, 12 minutes and 24 seconds it lasted. It was all right. That's all I can say from there. Well, it was all right. And then Zima got attacked by Mercedes Moné because Mercedes Moné is still upset that she lost her New Japan Strong Women's Championship. And then Jimmy Hare came out for the save. And then it was a pull apart. And that was it. And the main event, Jon Moxley defends his AEW World Championship title in a steel cage against Samoa Joe, where no one can interfere in their match, even though they did. The Death Riders did, and he had Samoa Joe's his people backing him up. No, there was no Shibata though, but yeah, Will Nightingale, yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs. There was no Hook because again he's still out for a reason. And again, still no Shibata. But yeah, King Omega at one point, but that was after the match though. And then you had Gabe Kid coming in, who's wearing a hoodie by the way, and he came to the aid of Jon Moxley, and basically you're handing on the briefcase to Jon Moxley for him to hit Samoa Joe with it, which the same briefcase that's got the AEW World Belt has been in there since Wrestle Dream. Since September or since October, one of those months that happened when Wrestle Dream happened. And we haven't seen the AEW World Belt since then. But it was in the briefcase, or at least we're to believe that's in the briefcase. And Samoa Joe loses because of that. Well, at least I'll tell you one thing. At least it wasn't about kicking out so many finishers, and Samoa Joe kicks out of it. But same time, when it came to Gay Kid coming in, and so people were saying, by the way, Gay Kid coming in to save, the champion of losing the belt. Kind of reminds me of what happened with Jacob Fatu from Backlash, where he could have lost his belt, in that match against, in that 4-way match. Ellie, that was getting the momentum of winning until Soul Squad came in, and then who came in wearing a hoodie and revealed himself to be Jeff Cobb, which probably he's not going by Jeff Cobb anymore. He's going by CJ Matthew. I think that's how I say it. I look up the translation of that last name, and the translation of that name that they give him. Yeah, I won't say last name though, but still. But that translation is Matthew. So CJ Matthew, but that's not what they're calling him by though. They call him by that's translate of Matthew, and that is Mateo. I'll learn the pronunciation of it, once I continue watching clips of it on SmackDown, when it comes to it. But always SmackDown should be very close in June to be moving back to 2 hours. Thank God. Because 3 hours is a fucking atrocious and a chore for people to watch, or at least try to watch on a Friday 3 hour SmackDown is it's 3 hour SmackDown is it's just no good. It's just not working out. It never was. It never did. I don't know why. USA, thought it would work, and to see, just to give it a chance to see if it was gonna work out well, but it's not working well at all. It sucks. 3 hour SmackDown just doesn't work. It's not right. You can get away with it with Raw, because Raw can get away with it, for most times, over the years. But yeah, SmackDown, not so much. SmackDown is just not meant to be 3 hours. It must be it's meant to be 2 hours. Hell, even Raw is not even meant to be 3 hours, but here we are. Nowadays, Raw is not even 3 hours anymore. It's sometimes 2 hours and a half, which is good. Yeah, that works out either way too. But that's just reaching too much of more content. But anyways, but that's and then on top of that, with what comes to Samoa Joe losing over a briefcase shot, kind of reminds me of for the last 2 months with John Cena winning with a championship belt shot to his opponent to win the match. That's what it reminds me of too. And that's not what people are saying. This is me saying this one. This is what I'm saying. I'm not one of the people that was saying about what they did with Gabe Kidd helping Moxley. It's compared to Jeff Cobb's helping Jake Fatu to retain his United Championship belt. Just like the whole thing with the prosthetic leg being stolen by Ricochet. After I had to with Montez Ford, using the prosthetic leg from a fan, which I'm pretty sure that was a plan by the way. Yeah, just how that's how it always worked to in a way. It's always going to be a plant, that when they do something like that. But AEW trying to capitalize on that one, when it comes to that. And then people were talking about, when it comes to the similarities there, they're comparing that in that way. But people were saying, when WWE did that with Montez Ford, it's like, hey, we could have Ricochet over here as well. And then when it came to Jacob Fatu being helped by Jeff Cobb, hey, we could do that too with Gabe Kidd helping out Moxley. That's what people were saying. Now, what I was saying, with the briefcase shot by Moxley to Samoa Joe, is with Cena using the championship belt, using the belt shot to Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, from different pay-per-views of WWE, of Cena winning matches like that. And Moxley is now doing that too. By the way, I got calls up too. By the way, the cage match itself with Moxley and Joe, it wasn't bad. I thought it was decent. But holy shit, I thought this, when it comes to a steel cage match, it means no rules, no DQs, which means there should be no rope breaks. I remember on that match with Shane McMahon and The Miz, when it came to that whole thing, where, let's see, it was The Miz grabbing the rope because Shane McMahon had a submission on. And Miz was grabbing the ropes, whatever. And referee says, there's no rope break. But when Shane McMahon, I can't remember, it was like, it was something about Shane McMahon being pinned by The Miz after maybe a Skull Crushing finale, whatever. And referee was counting, right? And Shane McMahon had his foot on the rope or his hand on the rope. And referee decided, hands on the ropes, foot on the ropes, something like that. I can't remember. And like, wait a minute, what? But you told Miz that he couldn't grab he couldn't grab rope for a rope break. But with Shane McMahon grabbing the rope, he gets a rope break. So now I got to call AEW with this stupidity here, because referee Paul Turner, for a reason, I think it was Paul Turner, I can't remember. Yeah, for a reason, when it comes to they're going for a pinfall here from not only from Samoa Joe but for John Moxley as well. And referee was counting again, and maybe it was also submission moves too and all, but referees, you know, you was telling them you gotta let go of the hole. It's a rope break. Like no, there's no rope breaks, in cage matches because there's no rules. There's no DQ. So I swear, sometimes they change the rules as they go along. When they do these matches, it's like they don't know. It's like they don't know what the rules is anymore. And then when you don't know the rules anymore in the wrestling business, you confuse all of us, wrestling fans. Now, obviously, I won't be confused. I'll be looking at it saying, this is stupid. This is bullshit. But you confuse other fans, like the casuals. You confuse those type of wrestling fans, or any other wrestling fans, that will look at that and you're basically insulting their intelligence. But anyways, but either way, but Gay Kid was the factor of Moxley retaining the title. Now this is me. Is he part of the Death Riders? No, because I know people are gonna say, he's part of the Death Riders now. Not really, because I haven't heard anything about him being all elite. Because he's still with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's still part of Bullet Bullet Club, the War Dogs. So I don't think it was that. I think what they needed, because since Pac is out, he's gonna be a replacement for Pac because they need another guy in the match because they're going to do their traditional match, which I guess I want to get to it, but that's why Gatekeeper is there. He's there, to fill in the role for Pac for now, because it's only for until we get to to we're done with Double or Nothing. Because again, I don't think he left Bullet Club War Dogs to lead in Japan Pro Wrestling to go to AEW to be part of the Death Riders. If you have to do that, by the way, there's one thing to do. Whenever Pac comes back from his recovery of his foot injury that he's got, wherever it could be, maybe his ankle, wherever the kid is heel, wherever. That'll be an opportunity to in a chance to kick out Wheeler Useless, and Gabe Kidd could be the guy to fill that role, which he could be more believable than Wheeler Yuta. And I like Wheeler Yuta, and I don't think he's useless by the way, but but it's a name that Jim Cornette came up with, Don't know what was the reason behind the name of Wheeler Useless, but that's the name he came up with, so he's got reasons. But anyways, so Gatekeeper is now signed along with the Death Riders for a reason why. I don't know what the logic is. I don't know what the reason is for it. And then you have the Cucamonga fuck coming out there. And the one person I can't stand in wrestling right now, Matthew Jackson. He had a controller for the that will raise a cage up and raise the cage down. So he controls it, right? He raised the cages up so that Gabe Kidd and the rest of the Death Riders can go in there, and the Cucamonga First were in there too as well. Okada was gonna go in there because I think Kamega came out by the way, and then he was attacking and burning the ring, whatever. So that I can't remember. Powerhouse Hobbs was stopped by the way. And then off camera, we couldn't tell who it was because the camera failed to catch who it was that attacked Okada. But we all found out it was eventually because it wasn't hard to tell who it was that from to see how he looked from behind. It was Steve Mike Bailey going after Kazuchika Okada. Now why he got to Okada, I don't know. Does he have an issue with Okada that I don't know of because I don't watch Collision? I don't know. But he might to him. So is that going to lead to a match at Collision? Or is that going to lead to a match at Double or Nothing? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to Gabe Kidd, I'd rather have Gabe Kidd than Jack Perry because there was rumors that it was going to be Jack Perry being involved. Thank God. Not saying I can't stand him, but I can't tolerate him that much. I mean, I guess I could tolerate him a little bit more so than Matt Jackson. But they're beating down on Samoa Joe and on Kenny Omega. Powerhouse Hobbs was on the outside. Will Nightingale was on the outside. They couldn't help. I can't remember who else was trying to beat it as well. I can't remember if it was Shabazz out there as well. But then again, Shabazz, did the angle where they took him out. So, and then Swerve comes out, and they have Prince Nana, which this irritated me by the way. Prince Nana's coming out, and Swerve is coming out, and basically the music was playing, and then Prince Nana, while you have the Death Riders and the Cucamonga Fox beating up on Samoa Joe and on Kenny Omega, a gangbang beatdown on two guys, and here comes Swerve just walking slow, looking pissed off, and then he had Prince Nana. He has his coffee mug and all that. He throws it away, and he does the big pressure dance. When it comes to the swerve dance. When I swerve, when I drive. And like really, this is so ridiculous. This is right up there with Jeff Hardy dancing after making his AEW debut, when he's got to go rescue his brother from getting beaten up by well at the time the Hardy family office, but now that was no longer a thing now because he was kicked out, which is why the beatdown happened with Matt Hardy, and then someone else was getting beat up too alongside with Matt Hardy because they were trying to help Matt Hardy. And then Jeff Hardy comes out to be to be the savior, and here comes Jeff Hardy doing his Jeff Hardy dance midway as he's going down to the ring to help out his brother. At least with that way, it was a quick dance and all that. Prince Nana. Now I'm not saying Prince Nana was going to. I'm like looking at this and like, what's Prince Nana going to do? But same time, just a serious situation going on right now in the ring with Samoa Joe and K-Mega getting beaten up, and that's Prince Nana and Swerve coming out. Swerve it was no rush at all to get to go to do what he's got to do, and then there's Prince Nana by his side dancing. I was so annoyed when I saw that. And then eventually, Swerve climbed up the cage, and there's his swerve stomp. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking at this. It was cool, but at the same time, this is one of these type of dives that a group of people is going to be standing there and catching a guy from high above, which they had plenty of time to get out of the way. What the fuck? Just how this was done. How the hell, did that manage to happen with when they had plenty of time to see Swerve coming up there, and then Swerve standing on top of the cage, and he does a swerve stomp onto a pile of people that was from down below. What did you know what would make more sense? And for this the work so well, if you didn't play Swerve's music and then he came into the crowd climbing the cage, and they didn't see him climbing the cage, you know, because again, they were not expecting anyone coming out unless they heard the music, whatever, right? And then Swerve on top of the cage, and all of a sudden they all gather together over and all that, and all of a sudden they look up, and then Swerve goes on to them. At least that would be more believable than Swerve coming out with his music and then Persona dancing and Swerve coming up the cage and they see him climb up the cage they're not trying anything to stop him and all that, to knock him down or anything. And man, and the moment he gets up on the cage and he starts jumping off onto them, they decide to just stand there and take it. And then Matt Jackson grabs the controller to raise the cage up because they hand up because that one spot that Swerve did, the big Swerve stomp from the top of the cage onto a pile of bodies there. That was enough for them to retreat. This was so stupid. So they got out once the cage got raised up, and the Powers Hobbs and Will Nightingale got in the ring. Now they finally got in the ring because Matt Jackson raised the cage up. Matt Jackson, or whatever. Fuck him. Fuck, he's fucking garbage. How's it that I can tolerate Nicholas Jackson more than Matthew Jackson? Even with Nicholas Jackson, I can't stand, but he doesn't irritate me like Matthew Jackson does. So then Swerve starts talking about being the most dangerous man in AEW and everything, and then he says he's all about causing anarchy, and you all knew what was coming from there. It's the usual thing. It's the usual match they always do every year. Whenever they do either a double nothing or an all in. So it was time to finally do another anarchy in the arena match. Great. Now the thing is, because Maurice Shafir was involved as well with the Death Riders, and Will Nightingale is involved, with Swerve and the Ops. Makes me wonder: are they going to add the women's in the match as well, or the women's are going to be like managers role of it, but they can still get involved because Anarchy Arena, no DQ, lazy booking. So that being said, folks, let me see how it looks. So yeah, but Beach Break, it was fine. The show was fine for what it was. But let me see who's in the match of Anarchy in the Arena. That's funny. It's not listed here. I think they're doing. We'll wait until Dynamite later on tonight to get the official members of who's gonna be in the match. Now let's look at it logically here. John Moxley, obviously he's gonna be in the match because they're not gonna have him defend the title. He already defended the title against Samoa Joe. So that's out of the question of him defending the title now. Because this is the time to do Anarchy in the Arena, and Moxley loves doing Anarchy in the Arena, so that's why he's not gonna be defending the title. But John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, Claudio Castagnoli, Gabe Kidd, that's 4 so far, and Maria Shafir. I do not want to see the Cucamonga fucks in the match. This has nothing to do with them. It should not have anything to do with them. Should not have anything to do with them. But they're gonna find a way to have them be in the match either way because they're in the program with Swerve Strickland, the same Swerve Strickland that they screwed over, where he could have been the world champion. We're talking about storyline wise, but we're talking about logically when it comes to Moxley dropping the belt to someone to be a worthy champion. That's AW's fault, Tony Khan. but to me that's my 5 in the match. Moxley, Gabe Kidd, Yuta, Claudio, and Marina. I don't know what I'm saying. You're having a hard time saying her name. Marina Shafir. Marina Shafir. There you go. And then on the other side, you got Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Swerve Strickland, maybe Katsuyori Shibata if he is back. We'll find out the official announcement of other members of others entering in the rematch for the nothing for later on tonight on Dynamite. But again, maybe Shibata returns, or maybe Hook returns. Who knows? And Will Nightingale. I'm fine with Will Nightingale in the match, but I am not okay with Mrricanjay Fear in the match because Mrricanjay Fear, last time she was in the match like this, which it was not Anarchy in the Arena, but it was in the way of a no rules match, and obviously it involved Swerve and Willow versus Moxley and Marina, and Marina was not good in that match. By the way, she's just not a good wrestler, and on top of that, she's not good when it comes to doing spots. If anything, she's dangerous. She's too dangerous to be doing matches like that. Which is why she was brought off just doing MMA stuff, or to do underground matches, and blood sports matches, whatever. So yeah, I don't know how they're gonna do this. But we'll see what they do. Again, we don't know who's gonna be in there until we find out who's gonna be in the match. But if you have to do it, there you go. Those are the participants that should be in the match. And by the way, when it came to the Cucamonga Fox of why they were involved with the first storyline, because I thought there could be all the reasons to be involved, of Samoa Joe losing the match. I mean, I think they still were, because the Death Riders went to the Cucamonga Fox weeks a week before the beach break, and they had a discussion with them. Whatever I don't know what the discussion was, but my guess it has something to do with with them being in the match with Gatekeep, that they had from, what was it? So the Japan show they did I believe in Chicago, I think. And which, by the way, a match that Gatekeep was wrestling against the Young Fox, the Cucamonga Fox, which I that's something to point out too, by the way. The Cucamonga Fox, with the Good Brothers, by the way, which, by the way, the Good Brothers are back, in action, in wrestling now, after they've been released by WWE, and they went up against the War Dogs, Bullet Club, which Gabe Kidd was in it, and here Gabe Kidd and the Cucamonga Fox teaming up together, because they were fighting alongside with the Death Riders to beat up on Samoa Joe and Kenny Omega. What the fuck? I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Then again, will not surprise me, because logic. What does that mean in wrestling, right? But there you go, folks. That was Beach Break. I thought it was alright for it was. That's all there is to it. And now we're gonna find out what they do for their own show for Dynamite when it comes to Double or Nothing. Speaking of Double or Nothing, here are your matches again so far. Because of the events of what happened with Zach Gowen, Mark Briscoe decided to help out Zach Gowen, which probably I didn't know about this at the time as well, but apparently Zach Gowen will also wrestle at one point at Ring of Honor. He also at one point wrestled Jay Briscoe. Now I don't know if it was a tag match or a one-on-one match. I don't know. I don't remember how they said it, but the point is, Zach Gowen also at one point had a match against Jay Briscoe and Ring of Honor. And that's why Mark Briscoe came up for the save because of all the other connections that Zach Gowen had with the Briscoes, during his time in Ring of Honor. And this match is going to be between Mark Briscoe and Ricochet, a stretcher match. Great. FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood was Stokely, which by the way, they got rid of his last name for a reason. Now he's called Stokely. So he's no longer Stokely Hathaway. Now he's Stokely. Whatever. Still call him by Stokely Hathaway. But they go up against, get this, Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. Now, for those that watch Collisions, you know what this is about. But for those who don't watch Collision, like me, but I still kept up, what's going on with the story there with FTR, because FTR is doing the best work so far as heels, especially when we got Stokely Hathaway being their manager. See, I'll tell you, I'm still calling him by Stokely Hathaway. Doesn't matter if you did take away his last name, I'm still calling him Stokely Hathaway. But basically, Nigel McGuinness has been involved because Tony Schiavone has been involved with FTR. Basically, with FTR, bullying and going after commentators. And people were saying this too, by the way. People were also saying this as well. I wasn't saying that, but people were saying this. When Nigel McGuinness getting involved, they're basically they're comparing this one when Nigel McGuinness being involved, like Pat McAfee doing getting involved with Gunther. Because when that led to their match at Backlash. That's definitely, again, this is what people were saying, by the way, with this whole thing. Could it be that AEW did the same thing too? Probably. But here's the difference here. Pat McAfee is not a wrestler. Nigel McGuinness is. And I don't care if Nigel McGuinness has been retired for years because of hepatitis. A blood illness that he had. Which unfortunately, that's why he has retired in the first place. Which he's been cured since then. But still. But the point is, Nigel McGuinness to me will always be a wrestler, even though those are all behind him now, and he's not known as being a commentator, but to me he always be I will always look at him as a wrestler, no matter what he's doing behind the desk. And I thought that he could still go. Pat McAfee, he ain't a wrestler. He's just a mark coming from the world of football, the NFL, for his own talk show, with his group of Mark buddies, that so happen ends up being in the wrestling business in WWE, and they're like, yeah, I can do this too. Now, to give credit to Pat McAfee, he can actually hang in the ring when he's not tripping all over the rope. That which happened on Backlash. But that's besides the point. But Pat McAfee he can hold his own in there. He can even take a beating like a man, especially when it comes to taking a beating from Gunther. Nigel McGuinness though, Nigel McGuinness, could wrestle for 60 minutes, even with hepatitis, that he had, I should say. He could wrestle for 60 minutes. All you gotta do is, make sure you don't get busted open. But he can hang a lot more better than Pat McAfee in the match. And Nigel McGuinness is actually a wrestler, unlike Pat McAfee. I can see why people were saying that too. By the way, when it comes to well, since the BE is doing this with their commentator, we're gonna do with our commentator too. That's basically why this match was being made. Now it's a tag team match though, so because FTR has I should say Dan Garcia has issues with FTR, and that's why Dan Garcia needed a tag team partner, and that tag team partner is a being Nigel McGuinness, and that's why the match is happening at Double or Nothing. FTR versus Dan Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. Thomas Storm defends her AEW Women's World Championship title after losing her eliminator match against Mina Shirakawa. The Her Syndicate that will defend their AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Sons of Texas, which is Dustin Rose and Sammy Guevara. By the way, anyone thought that crew was going to win against Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rose, you were sadly mistaken for that one. And plus, even still, I knew it was going to have all the Sons of Texas to win. Again, Dustin Rose and Sammy Guevara. I knew they were going to have to win because the program was it's not going to be the Her Syndicate versus crew. The program was going to be Her Syndicate versus Dustin Rose and Sammy Guevara, the Sons of Texas. And then we get to the Owen Hart Cup tournament finals from two prospective sides, one for the men's and one for the women's. All right, folks. Sorry about that. I had to switch headsets here. Back I was saying, Mercedes Monet versus Jimmy Hayter in the finals of the Owen Hart Cup tournament for the women's, and the Heyman Anna Page versus Will Ospreay, the Owen Hart Cup tournament finals, the men's. This tournament, like I said, how they structured this, they structured the tournament this year. Not a fan of it. Basically, we're delaying the tournament for weeks till we get to the pay-per-view. That's stupid. I never heard of tournaments ever doing it like that before. This ain't no special Olympics. This ain't no Olympics of any kind. We could do that. We can get away we can get away with shit like that. And on top of you, we're supposed to put respect on that name of Owen Hart of this tournament that made. Put some respect on that. When it comes to putting up a story when it comes to this tournament, not to to build up a story when it comes to making a rivalry story here. That's not what this tournament should be about. No, does anyone really care about that at all? To be honest with you, when it comes to Will Ospreay and Hangman Adam Page, building up a rivalry story here in the tournament. Same thing with Mercedes Monet and Jamie Hayter. Does anyone really care about that? When it comes to their rivalry program right now they're going through you know, during this tournament. I don't get it. I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to do that. And I don't get why they thought it was a good idea to delay the tournament when this tournament should have already been over. And, and I think the timing that they did it was bad. If you really wanted the tournament to end, at the pay per view, they should have did the tournament, ahead of, you know, a little late instead of doing it early. And here we are, but whatever, right? But that's basically it, folks. Now, as far as what we're gonna do for the next BTA, because we still got some things to do as well. Like the watch, and also when it comes to Mr. Rick and Jay's channel, when it comes to Drake and Josh, which I look forward to doing another episode of that. What I'm planning on doing, hopefully, if they're available, we can do a WrestleMania watch after Dynamite, and hopefully we could do a BTA episode on a Thursday or on a Friday. But on a Friday is when it comes to me, it's gotta be it's after I come back from work. But which I'll be fine with, by the way, to do on a Friday too. But still, but I'll be down with doing a watch for WrestleMania 24, either later on tonight after Dynamite or on a Thursday, which we could do early on that day as well. So, but either way, but nevertheless, that's all there is to it, folks. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to Steel Storm and shout out to Tokyo, the only moderator here. And shout out to Rem, who's also a moderator, but who's really on here. But either way, shout out to him for being also a moderator for being the asylum. And shout out to everyone else that even though if you didn't comment it, you didn't chat along, feel free to do it next time. But make sure it's positive at all costs. And hopefully you join us next time for being the asylum, which could be later on this week. Again, either on a Friday, which I'm really pulling for a Friday to do as well. So we shall see. But anyway, that's my plan to do it on the Friday for episode 229. And folks, that's pretty much it there. So hope you enjoyed this episode. As we did it early, and as far about the panelists and stay a lot longer, is on them. But I did my best here to give you what I can here. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to talk about here as well. Well, I want to talk about again, there was some things I want to talk about as well, like because of John Cena, and when it came to the whole thing with Sabu, with GCW and George Janela, Sunday's main event, which I want to save it for Friday for next BTS show, and then when it comes to Money in Bank as well, I'll say that as well on the Friday as well. Because Money in Bank season is upon us. And other than that, I can't remember if there's anything else I want to talk about as well. But either way, but that's all there's to it, folks. But doing it on Friday though, because Friday, I am planning on doing it on Friday, so which will be on that time. But that's when I come back after work. I gotta come back from work. I gotta come back from work so we can do that episode. I'll be in the asylum episode 229, so we can talk about some other things on there. Hopefully, the panel will be there. Which I'm hoping they will. With that being said, folks, for the True Jaybird, Jordan Williams, and Omega Red, It's Natural Born Driller here. As I say, peace on your story, be well, stay safe, take care of yourself out there that's going on in the world. For I am out here. Talk that for now. As a habitual and Abdu with a goodbye and good night to all you. Bang! From the Natural Born Driller. Receiving backlash. I am weirded. The Natural Weirded Driller. And there you go. But folks, with that being said, thank you for watching. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. God bless. Take care. I'll see you maybe on a Wednesday night later on, which is it is Wednesday, but was Wednesday morning. But when it comes to Wednesday night, I'll see you all later on tonight after Dynamite. Maybe either we'll do it on a Wednesday or on a Thursday. We'll do the WrestleMania watch WrestleMania 24. Either on a Wednesday night or on a Thursday night. Either way, you'll see me next time here. But until then, take care.
Bye.